Right, check. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Get myself together. Yo, come on in, hit the like button. Get into a little quick content, man. Nothing major. Just do a little recap. Let y'all know what's going on. Just so y'all know by tomorrow, when we go into another day of chaos, at least y'all will know where Earz stand at. Now that, kind of the smoke done cleared from the day's battles. So shout out to y'all who all in here. Look at my chat. What's good, the truth? Say get him. What's good, GWB? What's good, Icy Ice? What's good, him and McFly? Yeah, man. Well, I just want to make sure we clear the air, man. What's really going on? Because, people say any goddamn thing and shit. Anyway, I did my lighter. Hold on, y'all. I'm just trying to find my lighter. I'm about to go sit on my porch and just dialogue a little bit with what's going on, what y'all can expect in the future. And we could go from there. Give people a little time to come in. I ain't on my computer. You said what, Draco? Oh, man. Yeah, man, I'm just gonna address it a little bit, Armondo. Like, I ain't gonna get like crazy disrespectful about it or whatever, because I just kind of just ran across the video, and he had made the video yesterday, and I just noticed tonight, so it was before all this stuff went down. So, but he was addressing me, so I'll play a little bit of the audio where he was trying to address me or address some situations or whatever. And he said that I left some things out. I listened to a little bit. I didn't listen to all of it. Because I hate to be listening to shit 2-3 times or whatever. So I listened to a little bit. I see out the gate that he was leaving a couple of things out, but I'll just address what he was addressing. I ain't really going to go on no whole tangent about none of this. As soon as I find my darn lighter, go ahead and get on the porch, smoke on my blunt, man, and we can go from there. I just woke up from a nap, though, man. I had to take a nap after all that shit, boy. Yeah, I had to take a nap after all that shit. What's good, Truth Knowledge Seeker? You saying you told Kevlo the flag? They say you told. Well, when it comes to Earz, man, it don't matter what the truth is. See, Kwame always needs me to be the. Excuse me. Excuse me. Damn, my fault, y'all. It don't matter what the truth is, right? They gonna always need me to be the person to blame. Yeah. And all of y'all was in the chat when all the stuff was going down anyway, so y'all know what the situation was. And we'll do a recap on that in just a second. Damn, y'all. When I took that nap this earlier, man, shit, I just dropped everything. And they made my head hurt with that shit. Trying to goddamn tell Kevlo, man, just to chill, bro. That nigga there, boy, he can't. Just trying to get him to listen. Shit took all my damn energy. Trying to get this nigga to listen. And after he didn't want to listen, then he want to call and goddamn tell me everything. Like, damn, nigga, you should have just called listen when I tell him. It is what it is. Shit, that shit been sealed now. I'm gonna read the chat in a minute, y'all. What in the fuck? Do my fucking lighter, man. I'm gonna have to go to the store and get me a whole new damn lighter. And then as soon as I go to the store and get a lighter, fucking bam, the lighter gonna be right there in my face. So I'd always work in it. That's how it always go. Alright, so what's good, Empress? Said it was pure entertainment. Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was kind of entertaining. I can't even cap. And I mean, shit, we was really smashing shit, man. We was really smashing shit, bro. And everything could have went smooth. If Kev would have just let me help him. And now he done went and goddamn gave these niggas life. Alright, they looking at this nigga Biz like the GOAT right now. Like this shit, like giving the weakest nigga probably on YouTube a fucking W. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like that shit. You gave the fucking weakest nigga on fucking YouTube a W, bro. Fucking with people money. And hope everything works out. Yeah, man. Just giving the weakest nigga on YouTube a W, bro. That's what I don't like. Like, if it was a nigga that, you know, like a worthy opponent, that's cool. But that weak ass nigga, man, hell no. Fucking mole rat. And see, that's what all the focus is gonna be now. Now you done gave these niggas, cause these niggas are already scrambling for some kind of subject. Kwame trying to make a storyline about synonyms and antonyms cause he didn't get embarrassed. Kwame was trying to scramble for any kind of storyline. Try to get out of the shit, man. We had this nigga crying. That nigga came up there and cried so hard, boy, I couldn't wait to go over that video. Nah, you done lost the whole goddamn line. What the fuck did I do with my damn lighter? Man, I'm about to be low, because as soon as I go to the goddamn store and get a lighter, I'm gonna come back to the house and that bitch gonna be red in my face. Alright, fuck it. I want to go and get into the content. So, fuck it. Scroll to the stuff. Alright. Let's see what the chat talking about. What's good, Terrain? Said gave them 5 years worth of content. Ain't it, man? Damn, bro. And gave these niggas it's not just the content, bro. You gave them niggas a legit W, bro. Like, you can't get that one back, bro. It ain't no fixing that one, bro. Cause he went over there and like literally apologized to the niggas. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I would have rather my shit just stayed down. You know, and I was thinking about, I was like, damn, how I would have handled that situation. Okay, there got my lighter right there, right when I was about to get in my car. I ain't gotta go nowhere. So let's get into it. Salute to the chat. Let me read the chat before I start getting into my bag. Say, let me scroll up. Real, salute the real. Icy Ice, what's good? What's good? We got him and McFly in the area, strong ass man. So why Armondo acting like he ain't run to the gas station attended to save his life? Right, bro. Come on, bro. You don't gotta act hard on YouTube. All you gotta say is, man, I ain't no fighter, bro. I ain't, nigga rolled up on me. We already seen, the man really ain't like that or whatever, but I heard him talking crazy like he wanted to fight, kept low on the powder. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. You had Justin run up on you, bro, and Justin was such a random nigga, bro. If a nigga like that ran up on me, I don't know him, but he claiming, ears, nigga, open your mouth, nigga, this and that, but man, that nigga, he just gonna have to beat my ass on camera, bro. Either that or I'm gonna goddamn shank the shit out that nigga because I keep that shank on me. I keep mace and a shank on me at the bare minimum. At the bare minimum. Every now and then I might have a little extra. But at the bare minimum, me just being a content creator now and knowing that, you know, anywhere I can go, I might can get recognized. Because I remember when I first started doing YouTube, man, I was at the store in Orlando, I was on my way to a job site. And matter of fact, I was live. And a dude was like, Earz to the street. Like, nigga, I'm already reaching. He's like, nah, bro, I'm a fan, bro. You know, so I like your shit, this and that, this and that. And, you know, shook his hand, whatever, this and that. But that let me know way back then, you know, a nigga could actually recognize you. You know what I'm saying? You can run into anybody out here. So, you know, even at the store. I was at the regular old Wawa. So, yeah. If a nigga would have ran down on me like that, because he went there looking for Jaco. And I don't know why he was looking for Jaco, because shit, nigga, Jaco was looking to do something. Well, matter of fact, speaking of Jaco, who the fuck is Jaco? Boy, shit, boy, it's about to get ugly. Cause I'm a panic. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a panic. So nigga, I'm going for what I know. I'm gonna fuck around and shake a bitch, spray you, then shank you. You know what I'm saying? And you better hope I ain't got that power on me, boy, cause shit, nigga, I ain't, you know, I'm letting out. Especially in Florida. In Florida, shit, ain't nothing, boy. The Biz gonna let Garrett ruin his main channel though. Watch it, yeah, it's gonna be a good watch. 6 Wells will hunt him for the rest of his life. Got him, y'all. You're right, man. So let's recap the day, man. I done got my lighter, I done got my shit together, whatever. So let's recap the day, man. Just so I can remember what it is, you know, what the subject's at hand. So y'all, we started out the day, me and Kello on the panel roasting these niggas, you know, because these niggas are sitting here their subject today was trying to take away that Kello was getting donations from Beautiful One. So they trying to remind, because, you know, they running out of shit to do. And now that y'all see some real shit done happen where they really got something, y'all gonna notice that little narrative that they was talking about with Beautiful One and trying to prove to her that Kello was talking shit about her a couple of days ago. All that shit about to go out the window. So we spent the beginning of the live and shit showing who really has been dissing Beautiful One, and now they want forgiveness and shit. And now we see that little naked mole rat, all that, bitch, you don't care about your money, you just trying to buy everybody and all that, this and that, you ain't never sent me nothing. Now that she done sent him some money, oh, he's a good little boy now. Now that he got a little money now, he ain't sending that money back. So that's how you can be tell, man, these folks be faking and shit. Cause you know, the nigga, that little mole rat, matter of fact, I ain't gonna keep using Tark shit. I'm gonna stay with what the fuck I call that motherfucker. That little motherfucking goddamn pink toe. Y'all notice he used to always tell me, I ain't no content creator. I don't want to be no content creator. I'm just real. I don't care about no monetized page. I'm just here to teach people. I don't care about no money and this. Now what he care about? He care about having a monetized page. He care about being a content creator. He care about all that shit. This boy live all day because now I don't even think the motherfucker even got a job no more. How can Biz even be working anymore? Because this motherfucker been live 24 hours. Shit, he just turned off a live just now. What's good, Shell Hodges? Yeah, he just ended a live just now. This motherfucker done been live more than Kwame today. And he even going live at the same time as Kwame. So it shows you just from the beginning, all this motherfucker wanted to do is meet friends, because you can tell he ain't got no friends. and just wanted to be seen. Salute 40. That's all he wanted. So, I'm helping Kev kill that little narrative that, they were trying to drive. And really, I wasn't even planning on being on Kev's panel that long. You know what I'm saying? But I knew what Kwame was getting up to this morning. Kwame get up with this synonym dumb shit or whatever. I'm not going to waste my time trying to goddamn prove shit to Kwame because, everybody know that boy idiot. Everybody know he going to spend the rest of his days trying to prove that he might be... He just want to be slightly smarter than he is. So the rest is, if that's the only thing he'll accomplish in the rest of his life, he'll be happy. In the rest of his YouTube life, if he can just prove to them folks, hey man, I'm slightly smarter than a nigga from my neighborhood. That nigga be happy as fuck. So. But the fact that I keep this nigga every day talking about me, trying to prove to y'all that he possibly smarter than me, man, that's a W for me all day long. How many of y'all got NBA players just focused on you every day? They just want to talk about you all day, every day. And he shows so much effort to try to, outclass me, to outsmart me. And, he living so much better. Of course you're an NBA player. The lowest paid NBA player probably living better than Earz. I'm just saying. I mean, as far as financially. Now, as far as happiness, oh man, because we all know that boy is not happy, boy. This boy just told a story about on his birthday, he cussing out his baby mama. Well, not cussing her out, but he just showing all this negative energy to his baby mama and shit. Like, nigga, you is a lame. He always got to come on YouTube and tell you about some dumb shit about his baby mama. Like, nigga, learn how to keep your personal life private when it come to your baby mama. You's a fucking idiot. You say play the video you interviewing the crack pipe. I got that shit on the computer, man. I'm gonna have to, I'll probably upload that shit, in a later time. And I ain't come to do like too much smoke shit right now. I'm just, like I said, I just woke up from a nap. I had to let my brain rest from all that crazy shit earlier, and plus I had to, I was spending a little time with my niece, So, but anyway, so yeah, me and Kello was doing that, and then Kwame came. Well, somebody I can't remember exactly who, but I remember somebody in the chat saying, "Kevlo, they streaming your live." And I was like, Kello, they say you're streaming your live. I told Kello because I seen it in the chat. And Kello like, man, for real? They're like, man, shit, damn, I can't even flag. So I like, well, shit, you want me to try to flag the shit for you? Shit. He's like, yeah, man, flag the shit for me or whatever. Because at the time, Kello had done left the house. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay. So I tried to go ahead and set up the flag or whatever. I was like, y'all say they live right now? Like, yeah. So I had them start trying to set up the flag or whatever, try to get them for him. Then we found out that I couldn't flag him for him because I'm not his administrator. I'm not his administrator, so you would have to be on somebody's channel and kind of know like their email address or something like that. And that's why I got an administrator. I got somebody that I trust, that I can, that they're a part of my channel. So if I need to flag somebody or if I need to fight a flag or something like that, I can let the person, or if something ever happened to me where I can no longer be here and control my channel, I got somebody that, can handle my channel for me. But I couldn't do that for Kevlo, so I was like, nah, bro, I'm gonna have to just tell you how to do it. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So we kept discussing whether they was playing the video from yesterday or today. Yesterday or today, because people in the chat were like, nah, that's the one from yesterday. Then somebody like, nah, that's they screaming your live shit. Nah, that's the one from yesterday. Nah, they screaming your live shit. So as Kevlo got kicked off, I continue reviewing the video. right? So then when Kevlo said, man, they screaming my shit, and I was like, well, shit, I can't do it, but I was like, I can walk you through it. So Kevlo like, all right, so I walked Kevlo through how to flag the channel, right? How to flag if they doing the live stream. So bam, Kevlo finally got it through. We didn't think too much of it. And then when the shit went down, okay, yeah, hell yeah. We laughing, whatever, this and that. Because we honestly thought they were screaming the live stream. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that. Everybody was there. Well, not everybody, because, you know. So boom. Fast forward. They hit Kevlo back with the same shit. See, Kevlo flagged the wrong video. He flagged them from yesterday. And then when they flagged Kevlo back, it was pretty much the same thing. They flagged him for the video that they just started. They had just started their live at 12 o'clock. We hadn't used not one piece of that live. Not one bit of it. And they flagged him for a video he wasn't even using. So, as they did that, me and Kevlo ended the live. Kevlo started looking at whatever was going on. So, I remember I started driving to the store. Kevlo called me. And he was like, yeah, man, they flagged it. And he was reading to me what the email said. So the email was saying for that Speak to the Streets live, and then they flagged him for the entire video. So I'm like, no, bro, that's a mistake, bro. They can't flag you for that video. We ain't use none of that. I said, that's going to be an easy one to beat, bro. I'm like, shit, all you got to do is dispute that one. And you know what I'm saying? Just make them niggas have to prove that shit. That's all you got to do when you get a copyright strike. You just challenge that shit. All it is most of the time, nigga just trying to get your personal information. Because if you want to proceed with a copyright strike, you're going to have to give up all your personal information. You're going to have to put your address in there, your email address, your phone number, all of that shit, because the person got to be able to contact you. I mean, be able to deal with a legal matter. It's a legal matter. And if a person is not going to pursue the legal matter, they're going to drop it, especially if you challenge it. Now, Kevlo has never been through that, so I think he was just thinking that it's the same way as a bullying and harassing, where you can't even, do nothing about it. So the same shit Moonlight showed him how to do on his panel, he could have did that immediately. All he had to do was just listen. That's it. It was as simple as that, bro. Relax, bro. Just relax. I started a live stream. Even if he didn't come on the live stream, don't go on a live stream, bro. Don't spend your good energy going over there and giving them niggas what they want. So that's why Biz went straight live. Sorry, y'all, I got a little cold coming on. It's a little cold front that came over. You know what I'm saying? He went straight over there. Started talking to these folks, let these niggas clown him, let these niggas think that they got him by the balls, that they got him, you know what I'm saying? And Biz even said in the video, he's like, shit, man, I can beat this shit. This ain't nothing. He knew that. But Kevlo didn't know that. And he felt like he had to beg and whine and do all this shit to get these niggas to do that. I'm like, bro, you ain't got to do that. I'm over here trying to call this nigga. I'm sitting here steady trying to call this nigga, and he's hanging up on it. I'm like, man, what the fuck? And we listened to it. We was over there and we were listening to how them niggas was clowning them and telling them to bark like a dog and telling them to apologize. Niggas wanting him to pay him and all this crazy shit. And really what they was waiting on KB to get him a marching order. Because now they get to bring a prize to they boss. And you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stop him like, bro, don't let them niggas go bring they boss your head, bro. Pause. And I'm trying to call him. And then he finally folded to all that shit, gave them money. I did all that apologizing, let them see him at a weak moment and all that shit, and then they still didn't release his channel. And I knew they was gonna do that. When I was seeing them say, "You do it first, nah, you do it first, you do it first." I'm like, bruh, please. And we over here like, please don't do that shit. And he did that shit, bruh. So now he's in an irreversible moment. He's in an irreversible moment, and it done opened up a new door for some flag wars. And that's like being in the ocean and trying to dodge landmine. I mean, trying to dodge mine. Because now you gotta be extra careful. Kev say I knew all about what he was doing. All about what he was doing about what? You talking about when he went over there and biz them shit? I ain't know nothing about that shit. Y'all seen me calling the hell out the nigga. I'm trying to get the nigga to stop. Like, hell no, nigga, let me help you. I'm told the nigga on the phone. Soon as we found out that he had the strike, I'm calling the shit out. I ain't calling the shit out of him. He called me. Because we didn't really know what was going on. He called me and he told me about what the strike said, what the name, what video they said that he copyrighted and all that shit. So I'm like, okay, bro, that's easy to beat. Don't worry about that. All you gotta do is dispute it. And then I look up and I see the nigga on Biz channel. I'm like, what the fuck? Hell nah, I ain't gonna recommend no nigga go and beg no nigga for his channel and all that. I would recommend you just, you know what I'm saying, just take that shit on the chin. So he over there doing all that and this and that. I'm like, hell nah, bro. Come over here and let me help you. Shit, if anything, all you gotta do, see, the thing about technology now, shit, you could have just asked ChatGPT how to get yourself out of that. Hell no, what no. I was on live with y'all. How can I be on the phone the whole time while he on the panel? What he's talking about is when he tried to go convince Kwame that to get him his channel back, and he was not fucking with me no more and all that. Because you remember right before I ended my live, if y'all was in my live while Kevlo was on Bizdom panel, and right before I ended my live, I was like, man, hey y'all, just keep your eye open for the bullshit. I said, man, hey, I said, y'all just keep your eye open. Y'all just pay attention. That's what I meant, because y'all, if you was there, I said, hold on, Kevlo called, and then Kevlo called, and then I put my mic on mute. And he already admitted it. He was like, that's when he was like, hey man, I'm about to act like I'm beefing with you, dude. So they can give me my channel back. And then we're gonna go live and, say or whatever like that. I thought it was the worst idea. But, Kevlo got a thought in his mind, he can't change his mind. So I didn't think that was the best idea. I thought the best idea is to dispute it first. And then if you want to try to go negotiate something, then do that. So I don't know so he might have confused, maybe when he spoke on the situation, maybe, I don't know, that's what y'all got out of that. But that's the only thing that I knew a little bit about, is when he called me and say, hey man, I'm about to try to, like a Kwame up there, I'm about to try to, act like I'm beefing with you, so they'll give me my channel back. And then goddamn, we'll do a live and all that. And I wasn't with that idea, to be honest, but I was like, all right, if you think that's gonna work, but I think you should just dispute the shit. But at this point, he had already did the apologizing and all the shit, all the embarrassing shit. And I feel bad for him. It wasn't affecting me, but I felt bad because I'm like, bruh, like, you giving them too much ammo, bruh. You had these niggas by the neck, especially Biz. Like, that's the nigga, that's the main motherfucker that him giving him that little bit of power, because Biz is the fucking crash out of the sector. He is the weakest male in this sector. He is by far the weakest motherfucker. So me just watching him give that motherfucker that power, give him and fucking Crater Face the Punk Whisperer that power, bro, that was hard to stomach. Okay, Iceberg uploaded the interview, great. Him giving him that power, bro, that shit was, oh man, that shit, I just couldn't stomach that shit. And then when he, when he called me and said, man, I'm just act like, I'm beefing with you, so, I can get my channel back. I'm thinking in my head, bro, if they ain't gave you your shit back by now, you done paid them niggas, you done begged them niggas, you done did all this stuff, bro. They ain't gonna give it back because they see the power it gives them over you. And then they got to get the okay from Kwame. And Kwame went over there and told them nigga, nah, make that nigga suffer. Make that nigga wait them 7 days. So that's what they gonna do. You think they gonna go against what Kwame told them to do? Hell no. Hell no. You think Biz, now that Kwame done gave that order, hell no, they ain't gonna do that shit. That's why they sent that nigga his money back. So now you got so yeah, I thought it was an agreement. Yeah, there was an agreement, but they bucked. Hell no, they didn't take the flag off. Nah, they didn't take the flag off. That's why Kevlo had to go on this other channel. If they would have took the flag off, he would have been able to go right back on that channel. Said did he put the flag back on them? I believe so. I don't know, man. After a while, I wouldn't took me in that, man. I couldn't even deal no more. Because I had to spend so much energy trying to tell Kevlo the same shit over and over and over. And then when I realized it was already over, he had done gave them the power, I was like, all right, man, I give up. You know what I'm saying? But I kept trying to, like, man, no, bro, just come over here, bro, let me in. Because Moonlight had then came up on my panel, and she put in the back chat what he could do. She was like, I'm going through the same thing. So I'm like, cool. So I'm just waiting on, that's why I'm calling Kevlo. I don't have his actual phone number. He called me on Messenger. So I'm calling the nigga. He keep goddamn hanging up on me. And he on the panel. He keep going on the niggas panel. He don't want to hear what I'm trying to help him with. He over there and they're like, Earz the one that had you do the Earz the one that had you do it. And at one point it kind of sounded like he agreed, but I know he probably did that thinking that, hey, I gotta throw Earz to the wolves to get my shit back. So, and like, see, you listen to old dumbass Earz, you listening to Earz. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, you don't have to go through this shit, bro. If you do what they saying that you do, shit, you'll be good. Come listen to Earz, nigga. Shit. Cause we all had, nigga, I'm over here. If you come on my panel right now, nigga, we could have used a couple of people like Suge. Cause he rocked with Suge. I don't know why he didn't think, hey, let me call Suge. Suge been on YouTube for 9 years. He could have walked that nigga through getting that shit right off of there. And guess what? If he would have just went on here and disputed, got his channel back without having to do all that, guess what, nigga? He'll still be with the W. Now, this L right here, I mean, it's going to be a hard one to swallow. Even when I think he really still going to get his channel back. You know what I'm saying? Cool. But you can't take back what everybody saw. You can't take back what everybody saw. Like, you can't take that image out of everybody's head of everybody watching you go kiss the ring of a motherfucking bitch ass 86 punk whisperer and a hoe ass goddamn pink toe grapist. Bro, I would never surrender to no hoe ass nigga like that, bro. I would rather die with my dignity, bro. Not those niggas. If you would have did it, if it was your cousin, we could all understand. You know what I'm saying? But them two niggas, hell no, bro. Hell fuck no. Even if it was Armondo, I probably would have said, all right, But them two motherfuckers, hell fucking no. Cannot get them niggas the W, bro. These niggas was so happy that they finally did something right. These niggas been the bust like fuck ups. Kwame was about to fire one of them niggas, man. Hey, them niggas hadn't bruh. Them niggas hadn't made, if they was working at a company, them niggas ain't made a sale in a while, and this nigga just gave them the biggest sale of the year. Yeah, that was like getting punked in the YouTube locker room. I was like, man, no, bruh. No, not them, bruh. Anybody but them, bruh. I'm talking about literally anybody but them. Anybody, bruh. So yeah, he came over there and goddamn, you know, he I guess he gave up on it, but instead of him, you know, go ahead and, well, he ended up working on the channel. Go ahead and Moonlight came up. Moonlight helped him with the form, and I think he did it right. If you do it right, he should be good. Because, like I said, Vlad was no good, and all he had to do is just listen. I think he did. You know, just to be honest, bro, I don't think Kevlo was trusting me. I think they got in his head and they was thinking that I set him up. He was thinking a little bit that I set him up. I felt like that. I was like, why he ain't listening to me to try to goddamn fix this shit? And the fact that he went over there for their help and wouldn't come for my help, I was like, damn, I don't think this nigga trusted me. Why he ain't trusting my word? I think this nigga don't think I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I was thinking that for a while. I'm like, why is the nigga not? And I'm like, oh my God. And then now I'm getting thrown under the bus. Bus Life getting a run with this shit. Oh, nigga, is the one told you to do it. Is the one told you to do it. And yeah, I told him to strike if the niggas recording this live stream. Because I honestly thought they was recording this live stream. I'm being 100% honest. Y'all know me. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got no goddamn, you know, I ain't got no reason to lie to y'all about no shit like that. So yeah, but it wasn't my idea originally. But yeah, if a nigga recording your live stream, and I did show him how to do it. But then when they did that, and he went over there, and I'm like, damn, bro, why you won't just come and listen? And then, you know, once they didn't give it back, because I knew they wasn't gonna give it back. And then it's like, now, you know, got to go to option 2. So Kel went on this panel and shit, but nigga Kel went full Iran on them niggas, man. Hey, Kel went full Iran on niggas, but that nigga went to shooting missiles everywhere. Phew, fuck it, nigga, I'm gonna strike this one. I'm gonna strike you here. Bill. That nigga went and tried to strike every video that a nigga even thought about talking on him on. Which I don't think was, I don't know, it kind of did help him a little bit, but he should have got his channel back to right. See, if Kello would have went about what he ended up doing, if he would have went about going ahead and disputing it first, then after he disputed, he would have took that strike back, did the right strike, you know what I'm saying? Then they wouldn't have had no leverage over him. Because he could have disputed his, beat his, but they wouldn't have been able to beat theirs, and he would have had the leverage. He could have made them niggas pay him. He could have made them niggas apologize to him. Hell, he probably could have made goddamn, them niggas do the buck dance. Hell, he could have hit them niggas with 3 at one time if he wanted to. Like, there was a way that, you know what I'm saying, he could have fucked them niggas all up. But, you know, well, listen, so, I mean, it is what it is. I ain't mad at him. I mean, that's his shit. I just want to help the situation where them niggas didn't get a W. Because they definitely had got a W, but the W wasn't them striking him. That was just part of the war. The W was him having to publicly apologize and giving them niggas something to go off of, bro. and it just showed like the vulnerability. You know what I mean? Say Wolfpack for life. Damn, that's weird. I get it. You support somebody, but damn, you done called yourself a whole Wolfpacker. I mean, but hey, salute to you, brother. But yeah, I don't know why he did that. But hey, if that's the route he want to go, that's cool. But I just think it wasn't a good look. But hell, fuck it. Hey, people got short memories around him. So we be thinking something just happened, and people like, nah, ain't no coming back from this. Ain't no coming back. Man, we seen a nigga paperwork get released that he raped a woman and goddamn and violated a underage girl. And people are still over there rocking with him like they never know that shit. So you think a person can't make a comeback off of something that they do that ain't favorable? People over here have a very, very super short memory. People have a super short memory over here. You know what I'm saying? So Kev will be all right. Now I don't like that I got thrown under the bus a couple of times, but see, Earz is a warrior, man. You know, people are going. I got the biggest person in this sector consistently attacking me every day of the week and attacking my character, my channel, everything. So it's gonna take a little bit more than niggas trying to make it look like it was my idea and I did this and I did that. And I'm not talking about Kevlo. I'm just talking about like the group of them. Kwame is trying to steer the narrative that it ain't really Kev is my fault. Because Kev had already took the L of having to apologize to the niggas. But the whole idea was it, they want to make sure that I'm fully involved in the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit like that. Like I said, I really thought that the nigga was screaming in live stream, and we kept asking the question, like we kept trying to see. I wasn't even listening to it. I was just looking at the damn what's name. So anyway, I seen a little bit of Armondo. I just woke up from my nap, and the video that Armondo did yesterday popped up on my screen, so I'm gonna go over a little bit of it. I'm just gonna go over the audio of it, and because I was scrolling my screen and I seen it a day ago, I was like, damn, I didn't even know Armondo had mentioned me or whatever. But I think I haven't listened to the whole thing, but then the fact that he used my regular name, you know what I'm saying, I'm assuming he probably did a respectful rebuttal. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to keep it respectful as long as I don't feel like he's being disrespectful inside of this live. So this ain't a live to diss Armondo. It's just a live to react to what he was saying in the video. So let's get into it. So this live, he was talking about Bishop, of course. Baby oil bandit up all night crashing out again. And Earz, you left something out. So I think he was referring to when he was saying I left something out because I think he was referring to I left something out because me and Kev Lowe had a live yesterday and we were speaking on how Armondo used to be with Skinny when Skinny was talking about Kwame's mother, and how Armondo had this Kwame's mother unprovoked, and now they're cool with him. So at the time they was looking, they've been scrambling over there trying to find something to, you know what I'm saying? So I think yesterday Armondo was trying to find a way to clear his face because now he's an active bus life member. Hold on, y'all. I was trying to fill Triple S in, man. She was kind of missing. So hold on. She just hit me up. I think my dog missed everything. I'm gonna have to fill her in the morning. What's good, nigga Lee? So so I think that's what Armando was addressing right here. So let's get into the video and let's see what it is he addressed, and let's see if it's accurate. And if it's accurate, whether I like it or not, I'll agree. If it's not accurate, I'll fill in the blanks. So let's go.
Right now, I got a bigger fish to fry, and that's the baby oil bandit. But Earz, your history is wrong. Let me refresh your memory, Earz, on how me and Skinny fell out. Remember during the time, let's go back to 2022, me and you had mutual enemies. Sis, you didn't like Sis?
Well, let's clear that from the beginning. It's not that I didn't like Sis. I never did not like Sis. I just was calling out what he was doing at the time. Because when I came over here, I thought that all of these people was Kwame Brown supporter. I didn't know that the sector was divided. You get what I'm saying? So it was weird to me to see that people will be in Kwame chat and then they'll go do these individualized, but they'll kind of throw little subliminal shots and all that. And I'm like, what? Hold on. So when Sis first said he was trying to see if Kwame was the agent of chaos, I was like, what do you mean by that? And then he was like, well, if Regina is speaking for him, but he say no man speaks for him, then something weird on another. And in my head, it didn't make no sense, because I'm like, why do y'all hold on to his word that tight? Like, so what? She, went over there to Dewberry chat and said, hey, just spoke up for him or whatever. I didn't think that was a big deal. So it had confused me, but I ain't paying no attention like that. And then the thing that happened on Lonnie panel, because Lonnie and Queen Regina was kind of going back and forth, and I didn't understand it, because I'm like, damn, I thought all y'all was supporters or whatever. How did y'all start falling out? Because I liked Lonnie, but I didn't know Regina, but I knew she was Kwame's main mod. So I'm like, well, if you're a supporter of Kwame, why you got beef with the main mod? Queen had did a video saying something about Lonnie, I think. So I was just trying to figure out what was going on, because I wanted to be cool with both, and I didn't want somebody to say, oh, you cool with that person, you can't be cool with me and all that. So I thought I could be like a mediator. So I tried to have a conversation with Lonnie, like, okay, tell me what's going on. And I tried to be honest about the situation, because Queen was complaining about, I think Carlo V at the time was coming up, or no, I think it was TY. They was coming up with Queen Regina's picture, or no, they just came up with a picture of Queen Regina Gap. Now that I think about it, that's funny. So I think TY kept coming up with a picture where it just had to zoom in on Queen Regina Gap. So Queen Regina wasn't liking that. So, and Lonnie was, I think he came on Lonnie panel, and I was like, and she was like, yeah, Queen trying to flag somebody, flag my channel and shit, because people get their motherfucking opinion. And I was like, but if you come up with somebody's picture though, if don't let somebody do something they can get flagged for, and I was just keeping it real. I wasn't taking her side, but people took it as I was taking her side. But I was just calling shit down the middle, because I didn't have no favoritism for nobody one way or another. Maybe the person I know, but besides that, I ain't had no favoritism for nobody else. I wasn't part of nobody's group. So fast forward, all the shit going down, the Wabbit trial shit going down. So, but let me take y'all right before the Wabbit trial though. I did not know about anything about Armando Black except for what the Wabbits was doing. When I came around, before there was the Wabbits, sorry, there was We the People, right? It used to be like Mr. Fair Use used to go live all the time about it. Meal Ticket. Sis didn't have a channel yet. So at the time, they was going in on Armando. They were saying that he worked at a car wash. They had a house that they kept, apartment that they kept showing. They were saying that this is Armando's apartment. They had everybody thinking that he worked at the car wash, and they had a video at the car wash. So they would be live doing like what Sis do now, like going 12 hours and shit. So being that I thought they was part of the Kwame Brown circle, and I was starting to see people, you know, trying to figure out the characters over here. And every time I would do a live, I would see the same set of people coming to my live. Niggas like Biz, Sis, Meal Ticket, Mr. Fair Use, what's that slow ass nigga name? J Hustle, all of these people, you know what I'm saying? The same people that's, you know, you see all together now. So when I saw them go live, even though I didn't know who they was talking about, I would just come in, put my ear in, you know, just to show support, mutual support. So they'll be doing the car wash shit. I wouldn't put no input in on Armondo because I didn't know him. I would just look at the information they was putting out and never would, you know, comment on it one way or another. And the shit was so repetitive. I'm like, yeah, this shit kind of weak sauce, to be honest. But all right, cool. I'll pretend like, you know, cool with the niggas or whatever. But I ain't never had no input on Armondo because I didn't know him. He didn't do nothing to me. Now, fast forward, I start the Wabbit trial. Me and Queen Regina having the Wabbit trial. First day of the Wabbit trial, the littest thing over here and goddamn over here in this YouTube sector still to this day. Still to this day. I wasn't expecting what ended up happening. We started the live stream, and I think we had reached about 600-700 people at its peak. And I was like, oh shit, how the fuck all these people that came over here? I'm expecting my regular old 200 people because I had them men getting like 200, you know, people when I was talking about Suge, because me and Suge was going back and forth at the time. And then I think I talked about Peep Game a little bit, Tommy, Skinny, you know, the regular characters, people that was coming at me. So when I decided to bring Queen up, and me and Sis had a little back and forth on what's that Wabbit name? Well, it used to be a Wabbit, but they ran them off. Self-awareness. So when we had that back and forth or whatever on his channel, I'm doing the live with Queen. All these people show up, and I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm like, damn. But I'm seeing a lot of negative comments and all that. I'm like, damn, hold on, what I did? Don't believe that lady. Don't listen to that lady. I'm like, hold on, why don't y'all just at least see what the content gonna be about? But a lot of people were jumping out the window before we even started the live stream. Don't know what we gonna talk about, none of that. So we had the interview and all that, blah, blah, blah. And I seen Armondo come in the chat. And he was like, man, we might as well work together. We got the same enemy. We might as well work together and all this and that. And everybody was attacking Armondo in the chat. I didn't even know who he was, but I'm like, all right, cool. I ain't got no problem with him. So that was my really recognition of him in my chat or whatever. So he seen that I was talking about Sid, and like he say, that took the pressure. And the reason I just told that story, because when I did the Wabbit trial, not knowing it, I opened up the door for him because they was on his top so much, they were jumping him so bad that now that I just took the pressure off, now he could breathe. He could actually go do content now. So, you know, like he say, we kind of had mutual enemies, but I didn't look at it like that because I didn't have enemies. I was just calling out one person. And then it turned into Mr. Fair Use and all these other people that started, you know, they started jumping me. So it took the pressure off Armondo. Because they even said, they're like, nigga, you helped out Armondo. You helped out Armondo. And then I hear Armondo go live. And Armondo disses me out the gate. I don't even know Armondo. He said some shit about y'all let this old yuck mouth country nigga from Georgia this and that say this and that about y'all and this and that, this and that. I'm like, damn, nigga, I don't even know you, bro. Why you dissing me? But then after he seen I was smacking them around a little bit, then he went back and said, yeah, man, I think Earz kind of funny, man. Goddamn, you know, he's still a, you know, a country bumpkin and this and that, this and that. But then he said, I think he kind of funny. And I knew that they didn't like Armondo. So I played what Armondo say just to piss them off a little bit more, but I didn't appreciate him trying to diss me, and I had never dissed him. So he started out dissing me, and I knew that he had done spoke on Kwame's mother also. because, like I say, he was cool with Skinny when Skinny was talking crazy about Kwame's mother. This was before my mother started getting attacked. So I just want to put that in context for y'all. What's good, Joshua Hawkins? What's good, Brittany Smith? Said now she gonna come and get you. Hey man, when I tried to charge her the other day on my panel, she gonna be after me from now on. She gonna try to sponsor anybody that's willing to go on my head. Right now, she over there trying to goddamn link up with Bishop.
I didn't like Sis. You didn't like Mr. Fair Use. I didn't like Mr. Fair Use. You didn't like Lonnie. I didn't like Lonnie. You and Lonnie were beefing hard during that time. Hard.
No, he wasn't, sir. See, this is why I got to correct it. Me and Lonnie was not beefing hard. Actually, Lonnie was the first person I was cool with on here. Me and Lonnie didn't fall out until I started doing the Wabbit trial. I was popping. And then Lonnie just out the blue trying to defend Sis. She decided to, to troll me in a way that wasn't trolling anymore. When you starting to, speak on my dead mother. And it was all because Skinny had then started making up this narrative and stuff, so I guess they felt like, hey, shit, we should just troll this nigga about his dead mama. Let's just get his attention some type of way or another. And being that I'm new to YouTube, I didn't know it'd probably be a better strategy just to ignore some people, especially when you the nigga popping. You know what I'm saying? When you the nigga popping, everybody gonna try to get your attention. Everybody wants you to mention their name. Everybody want to do anything to get you, to get you off of your square. That's just how black folks do. But like I said, I was new to YouTube, so everybody that was coming at me when it come to my mama, it did trigger a response. Because I couldn't understand why people would be that disgusting and say shit about dead people. Now I get it. So he's not accurate when he say I was going at Lonnie hard. I've never been going at Lonnie hard. Only time I ever, and this what people try to use to this day, is when Biz paperwork came out. Lonnie, like I said, Lonnie had said something already about the blow your mama head off shit. Then she went back and apologized, and I, accepted that. And then when Biz paperwork came out, she was on her panel. And somebody hit me like, man, Lonnie over there talking about you. So I went on her panel, and she was saying that me and Biz are the same. Nigga, both of us are PDFs and all that shit like that. And that shit triggered me. I went on there and cussed her ass out. And then the Wabbits clipped that up. You know what I'm saying? So they can just show the part of me cussing Lonnie out, calling her, all kind of bees and all that. And I told her, I hope the same thing that you saying Biz did happen to your daughter. I didn't necessarily say, I hope your daughter get great. I said, I hope, since you saying that, I hope your daughter get Biz one-on-one. That's what I said. So I wasn't going at Lonnie hard. I wasn't giving her a whole bunch of attention. But when she first said that about my mother, I did call her I think I called her a Teletubby or some shit. I did one or two lives, just roasting her, calling her Lonnie Teletubby or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But I didn't go in on her every day. I wasn't doing that shit that the nigga Garrick and all that shit do. I can't talk shit about a woman every single day, all day and all that shit. I can't do that shit that the niggas do. But I did give her a little smoke.
Hard. Remember that? Y'all remember that morning when Lonnie did a live and she called This Is It live on the air? You went live and you called it out. Salute to you, Queen Gertrude. You went live and you called her out for doing that. Then I came in your chat and I saluted you. And you shouted me out. And you told one of your mods to drop my link. So we talked.
Exactly. I said I ain't have no problem with you. And I did that because I know it antagonized the Wabbits. But at the same time, like I say, I had heard what you said about me, even though you tried to have a little initial smoke with me because you was cool with Skinny. But I let it go, and I seen that because I was antagonizing the Wabbits. So we kind of saying the same thing. We had mutual enemies. I shouted you out because I noticed that they was trying to jump you too. So being that they were trying to jump me, I said, okay, I see what the man been going through.
About forgiveness and stuff like that is you forgave me long before KB did. You,
sir, you're saying I forgave you, nigga. I didn't even know you was kicking it with Skinny when I first saw you. I just knew they was attacking me and I didn't know why. Then I found out you was kicking it with Skinny or whatever, and I said, okay, I see why. But then when I seen you and Skinny fell out and you was putting out information that we didn't have, then I started goddamn, all right, so he changing the leaf on this shit. I didn't have nothing to forgive you about. Why would I forgive you? You ain't did shit to me. But I came up on your panel and I say, sir, I ain't, because the first time I came on this nigga panel, this nigga was, you can hear this nigga grinning from ear to ear. Oh, Earz, oh, we got a special guest, my people. We got a special guest, man. This nigga, man. And I was like, bro, you know, I ain't got no problem with you. I just didn't like what you said about the man mama or whatever, this and that. And he apologized to me. He didn't apologize to Kwame. He apologized to me. Y'all see how that will go? So what will I have to forgive you for, Armondo? That's my question. You said I was the first person to forgive you. What did I forgive you for? You hadn't did nothing to me. The hell is you talking about? You did that to Kwame. And I just told you I ain't had no problem with you. I just ain't like what you said. And you apologized to me for Kwame. Then after that, I ain't had no problem with you.
Welcome me. You was the first Bus Life member, or the first Bus Life member to welcome me.
He said I was the first high-ranking. He was about to say I was the first high-ranking Bus Life. I wasn't a Bus Life member. I was just cool with somebody from my neighborhood. And then when you had broke with Skinny, and I see that you was under a major attack, you were struggling with your numbers, struggling with everything, and I say, all right, let me go help him with this content. Let me go give him a bridge. The reason that he over there right now in favor with Kwame, because I was like, let me give him a bridge of forgiveness with Kwame. So I went over there to his channel. He apologized, and then Kwame was able to see, okay, well, he ain't with Skinny no more. He apologized. So I was the first person, yes, to give you a bridge to where you at now. Same thing with Mob. Same thing with a lot of these niggas. The same niggas that attack me now, you could say that I put a lot of these niggas in position right now to attack me now. Y'all be seeing how that works?
To your chat. Salute to you, Nine John. Because we had mutual enemies. You were putting people on trial that I didn't like. At the time, I didn't too much care for Ticket. You had him on trial. You had Mr. Fairuse on trial.
See, and this is why I know he's I ain't gonna say he not being honest, because from the outside in, he might have thought I was putting all those folks on trial. None of those folks was on trial. The only person got put on trial was Sid, and that was 2 days. That was it. After that, it was just me and Regina responding to what people were saying about us. And everybody was calling it trial still. The first day, we discussed the shit. I let Queen tell her side. And then the second day, I was going to let Sid come up and do the same thing. Just only tell his side. But he decided not to come up. We went over the rest of the evidence. And after that, the trial shit was done. After that, we were just going over what people were saying, you know, about me. So he's not accurate when he's saying I was putting all these people on trial. But it could have looked like that to people from the outside in.
You had Maryland on trial. You had
No, that's definitely a lot of. Me and Maryland had a conversation. I never even knew Maryland. I had never spoken of Maryland. You can't find a video that I had spoke on Maryland. So that's not accurate, sir. It's not. I'm not gonna say you're lying. I'm gonna just say your memory is fuzzy. The first time I ever met Marilyn is she emailed me and she wanted to know about like what was going on, like with the meal ticket. She was like, "Damn, did you attack him or did you feel like this and that?" And then me and her did an interview. I seen her live one day. She was speaking on me. I went up there and I had a good cordial conversation with her. And then she gave me permission to use it. And then I reviewed it. I never spoke ill on her. I never put her on trial. I didn't have anything to put her on trial for. So the information you're saying right now is not accurate.
You had sins on trial.
That's true.
You had folks on trial that I didn't like. And that is why I came in your chat, I subbed up to you, started listening to you. You, at the time, the egg lady was your co-host. Come in the chat and type if I'm wrong, Earz. Come in the chat and...
You was wrong, but I didn't know he was doing this live because I don't be watching niggas over here like that. Hell, when I just seen this, I just subbed up to the nigga. I been unsubbed from this nigga when me and him fell out. And I just stopped watching him because I ain't want out to hurt the nigga for how he was talking about my brother. Because I'm kind of glad I didn't run into him that day because I would have seriously hurt Mondo. That day when I pulled up on Mondo, I probably would have hurt that boy. About how he was playing with my deceased brother.
For the link if I'm lying. Not only was I over there...
Like I said, I ain't gonna say you're lying. I'm gonna just say that your memory is fuzzy. I ain't gonna call you a liar for this. I'm just saying your memory is fuzzy. Because I don't think you're honestly lying right now when you saying like Maryland and all that stuff like that. And I did extend a bridge for you and Bus Life. I did do that. Because like I said, I didn't originally have no problem with you.
Supporting you when y'all were doing the Webbit trial, I was over there donating. And here's where me...
Nah, that's a lie. You wasn't over there donating, nigga. You came in that one day I had the live stream, whatever, we was lit. You came in there and said we might as well work together because we got the same enemies. And I didn't notice that somebody emailed me like, nigga, Mondo want to try to be cool with you now and this and that. I don't know Mondo. So, you know, that's about as far as it went. I ain't had nothing bad to say about him. I ain't had nothing good to say about him. I just didn't know him. So, if I would have seen this live, I probably would have came up and cleared up some shit.
And Skinny fell out. Them flashlight cop-ass Negroes that I thought were rocking with me started screenshotting me, donating to you, and they were DMing that shit to Skinny.
And he might have donated. I don't know. I don't remember him donating, but a lot of people was donating at the time, so he might have did hit me with a donation. It wasn't nothing like consistently, but you know. And at the time, I didn't even know he was kicking it with Skinny like that. But I started noticing after a while.
Putting bullshit in his head, and he, it popped out from there.
Now, I did notice when him and Skinny fell out, though. So when I noticed him and Skinny fell out, that's when I was like, all right, I guess he ain't, at least he done woke up to the shit or whatever, this and that. And then as Skinny started attacking him. And I noticed that as Skinny was attacking him, he was struggling. So I was like, let me help get a nigga a boost. Since he, stopped fucking with Skinny, he's struggling right now because he's getting attacked by, that's when Skinny was really big. So I tried to uplift her brother. Y'all see how Earz always be trying to uplift these niggas, then they turn around and then they try to goddamn disparage my people and disparage me. Just because they get with the right niggas, they'll start talking shit about me. Yeah. I bet you don't want to mention that, how Earz brought you out the dirt, boy. I'm just saying. What's good, say less?
Granger knows that as the procurement coordinator at a manufacturing plant, you can count on auto reorder,
Got commercial real quick. One second.
So if you're gonna tell the story, tell it right, bro.
Well, I'm telling it right now. You ain't telling it 100% right, but I don't think you lying. I think you got a couple of your facts or your shit mixed up. What's good, Carbell?
Remember, you and Earz, you and Skinner was beefing during that time.
You're right.
That kind of why he felt certain type of way. He was
right.
At that time he was calling you to.
Now I don't know. I didn't know that y'all fallout was about him donating to me, because he didn't donate nothing significant to me where I felt like we was like cool or nothing like that. But I did notice when they fell out, so I did reach out a hand, an olive branch, when they did fall out. But he would know more about why they fell out than I would. So I'm not going to dispute that.
Shower shitter? He was calling you the shower shitter. And he he made a reference to it one night. I'm being told that Armondo and Ellie, it was me and Ellie. Me and Ellie was over there supporting you. Salute to you, bald head Wayne. Me and Ellie was over there. I'm hearing that Mondo and Ellie over there supporting shower shit, the shower shitter. Remember that?
No, I don't particularly remember Ellie, and I don't particularly remember you like supporting me. But I do remember you coming in and saying, "Well, we got the same enemies. We should work together." And that's about all I had remembered of you, because I wasn't focused on you. And I remember how the Wabbits was going at you. And I remember coming on your panel, extending the olive branch to you. And when you, because Skinny and his gang was after you, and you was very happy for me to come up there. You apologized to me for Kwame. And I said, you don't need to apologize to me. You should go apologize to Kwame. Then one day Kwame was live, and being that me and you had that conversation, you seen that as the opportunity, and you went up there and you apologized to Kwame because I told you so. And then ever since then, you've been, you eased your way into bus life. I get it. Business.
Yeah, I do. I got receipts on that, bro. Chief Fly P, salute to you. I got receipts on that, bro. So while you sitting there talking about somebody forgiving and all of that, bro, or somebody welcoming somebody back in, bro, you were the first Bus Life content creator after the apology. You were the first Bus Life content creator shouting me out, having your moms dropping my link, and you invited me in. And I came over and supported you, and I was donating to you, and I was cool with you.
And we kind of saying the same thing, give and take a spot or two. We kind of saying the same thing, give a spot or two. He's not 100% accurate, but I'll say he's about 85% accurate. What's good, Steady Grinder?
Now, Kevlo, you over there harping on who forgiving who. Appreciate that, bald head Wayne. Appreciate that, brother. You over there harping on who forgiving who. Let me put some respect on this real quick, and let's talk about the people that you have forgiven, Kevlo.
Hold up, y'all. He got his little, he got his donation drive.
Appreciate that generous donation, Ballhead. Appreciate that generous donation. See, y'all bringing up 2022. There were people that I was cool with in 2022 that I can't stand, that I despise now. I can give you two people that I was cool with and they used to hit my panel. One is the Munchkin. I was cool as hell with him in 2022. Used to go over there and support him and donate to him. Yeah. Drop his links on my community wall and everything. Yeah. Subbed up to him. Yeah. But I can't stand his ass now. Another person. That clown down there in Houston. Random. I just be cool with him. Drop his link.
I don't know none of that. Well, I know T.Y., but
hell, I even got them encouraged. When I shut down the morning show, I even encouraged Ron to go over there to help his platform out. That's how cool I was with the clown. But the clown got jealous in his feelings, felt like I was a come up. Well, I can make more money and get more numbers being Armando's enemy instead of being Armando's friend. So he wanted to jump out there and be the.
And I think that's your position now. Even when you started talking about my deceased brother, you realized that it was more beneficial for you to be my enemy because I fell out with Kwame after I had done extended the bridge for you and Bus Life. You turned around and started slandering me because now you in the boat. Same thing Mob did.
To run me off of YouTube.
They did try to run him off of YouTube.
That backfired. Like it backfired on a lot of people. See, sir, while you are harping on forgiveness, let's talk about you. Remember, you doxed the hell out of Suge and his kids. Remember?
Oh, he talking about Kev Lowe at this point.
You put out, none of us knew about him, about the baby mama situation. None of us, I didn't know about that shit. None of you had some info that none of us had, Kev Lowe. You doxed the hell out of that man, and the information about his son, all of that information, the videos that we seen about his son, his oldest son, you put that out there, Kevlo. But guess what? Y'all BFFs now. Y'all up on the panels chopping it up. Y'all over there being all charming. Salute to you, T-Rail.
And the same thing with you and Kwame. You apologize only because Skinny kicked you out the whip. And he just admitted that without literally saying it. He would have never, if Skinny wouldn't have kicked him out the whip for donating to me, he would have never been cool with Kwame. That's the side he had chose out the gate.
Y'all cool as hell over there now. And you're talking about who other people forgive. But see, this dude, well, that's another thing, the difference between me and you and Kepler. I don't have people in my chat rocking out with me that done fuck shit to your cousin and your cousin's family. I don't have people.
But you was the person that was talking shit about Kevlo's cousin and his family. So that's the difference. And like I say, it wasn't until he kicked you out the ship, off the ship, that you had to change your heart. Let's just remind people of that.
As mods that were targeting your cousin's family. I don't have nobody in my chat. There's nobody that I fuck with.
Now, that's now though. Now there's nobody you fuck with because you seen that the Wabbits was against you. After you had done said what you said about Kwame and his family, you had Bus Life against you. And then when Skinny kicked you out the boat, you had the Skinny gang against you. So you was fighting a war on 3 fronts, sir. And you realized that, hey, I need some allies because this ain't gonna work. I can't be the target of the sector. So you thought it was, well, in my opinion, it was beneficial for you to clean that shit up with Bus Life. And that's what you did. And I helped you with that. Like I said, we saying the same thing, just in different kind of ways. But, you know, you got to take accountability for what you was doing.
That's flying drones over your cousin's home. You do. All that shit you was up there on the panel talking this morning, bro. It sounds good. It sounds good. But in real motherfucking life, 90% of your chat is people that hate your cousin. People that can't stand your cousin. people that despise your cousin, people that has been doxing your cousin, people that have been targeting your cousin, and anybody that supports your cousin. You got them people all in your chat, and you done modded them up. That's the difference between.
Well, sir, when you was kicking it with Skinny, you had all the people that was over there doxing Kwame. You had all the people that was over there talking about his family. You was doing all that before you had the fallout, and then you changed the route. So let's just clear that up.
Me and you. So I hope I made that clear. I ain't nobody came in the chat. Ain't nobody came in, asking for no link. Salute to you, Geraldine. Ain't nobody came in asking for no link. So evidently I must have told the truth.
No.
Everything I've said.
No, sir, you can't assume that. You could have just assumed that I didn't see the live. Because I didn't see the live. You know what I'm saying? So just because somebody didn't come hit your link, because I would have came and hit the link. I just didn't see the live. So, I mean, that's a bad assessment, sir.
Basically, it must have jarred his memory. Because Earz, you just said in this video, you heard the videos. But you didn't have no problem shouting me out and welcoming me in your chat. And
I did that because you was no longer with the Skinny gang. That's why I did that. And I felt sorry for you. And that's just me. Sometimes, if I see people getting jumped, I'm like, nah, I don't like bullies. I don't like people just piling up on people. So that's why, and I shouted you out after I came on your panel, and you were starting to, speak good on, you was like, oh, yeah, I was rocking with Skinny and this and that, and I'm changing a new leaf in my life. I'm going forward. I ain't gonna do that stuff no more and this and that. So I came over there. Me and you had the conversation. You apologized to Kwame through me. And then I said, next time Kwame go live, you should come up and, I'll vouch for you. And that's what I did. Is that refreshing your memory, Armondo?
I commend you for that. Because you know what? You also heard the apology. You also saw me go live and give a genuine apology. And you also know once I apologized, I never, ever spoke ill on that man ever again.
Because it was beneficial for you, sir. You did not want the ganging up no more. Bus life was starting to, you changed a new leaf, and I heard that. And I said, all right, bro, let me help you out.
That's why you welcome me in. So you cannot compare what I did to what Kevlo did. And Kevlo, you damn sure can't compare what I did.
Now, to be fair, when it comes to them and their family, you can't really compare that to nobody, because nobody's up here, going back and forth with their family. So I can agree with you on that. There's nobody that can compare to that. But people that's outside of his family, you was doing just as much as, the next people. Like I said, you wanted to change your goddamn algorithm. You wanted to change your alliances because it was beneficial to you.
To what Earz did to you. The foul shit Earz said about you and your mom, and the information he put out there, that shit right there shouldn't have never been put out there. We wouldn't.
Now, you see how people like to try to manipulate the crowds? They'll like to tell you, oh, what Earz said about you, man, that was just so foul. That was so foul. But he won't say what that man said about me. It was retaliation. It was retaliation. So stop trying to act like I was just saying all these crazy things and it didn't have any justification. See, that's the difference, bro. You got to stop. See, when people get with the bus life, they start manipulating the truth. There's some truth to what you're saying, but you're not telling what your motivation was. That's the only difference, sir.
Never known about any of that. About the mop water, all of that. We wouldn't have never known about any of that.
Now, y'all see how he's manipulating the situation? I never said anything about mop water. I didn't know nothing about no fucking mop water. That was Kwame, sir. Kwame brought up the mop water stuff, sir. Now, I'm not going to say you're lying. I'm just saying you're confused.
If your stepdaddy wouldn't have put it out there. So.
And the fact that he over there speaking so matter of fact, Armondo, are you going to go retract that statement? Because right now, this could be considered a lie. But I'm going to just say you're confused who started the mop water shit. Now, I spoke on his mother because he spoke on my foster mother, who was like my mother. This woman, I ain't got to explain like our history and all that stuff like that. But that was really offensive to me and really offensive to a lot of my foster brothers. And then when he was speaking on my niece and speaking on my brothers and all that stuff like that. So if you're going to tell what happened, you need to tell the whole story. But see, Armondo had disappeared for a minute, so he might have came in and, thought that, I was the aggressor. He might have came in and thought that, I had something to do, that I don't know. Because Armondo wasn't on the scene for a while.
That's that. Now on to the baby oil bandit. Baby oil bandit, you about?
Well, I guess that's all he had to say about that. And like I say, he didn't go crazy on me or whatever, so I ain't gonna go crazy on him. We already had our goddamn differences. Now, if you want to ask him, how did we get to the point of me having to pull up on him? He seemed to skip over that. Because, see, you're a guy that'll run around and talk about, I don't talk about the dead. I don't talk about the dead. But the minute you had an issue with me, and the minute you heard Tarek talking on my deceased brother, you decided to start talking on my deceased brother. You the one said some shit about you about to dox my deceased brother. And that's why you got pulled up on. Because I wasn't playing. And you know I wasn't playing. And by the grace of God, I didn't run into you before I calmed down. By the grace of God.
All night long, bro. You up.
But that's the end of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to just stick to what I had put in the title. I could go into some other content. I could, go into what me and Kwame went into the other night, which was very good content. All that shit like that. And the nigga lie right now. Is you over there meat riding a clown that is asking men to what?
Totally different. The bald head ain't no bald head.
What they say? I'm over here meet and ride a clown that what? To the chit chat. That's asking men to the chit chat. Man, you need to cut that bullshit out, bro. Cut it out, Mondo. Cause right now you over there meat riding the motherfucking grape oval. That's what you're doing right now, sir. You over there, you read a man's paperwork where he clearly raped a woman. And you tried to skip over the part where it said that the judge only gave him a break because he claimed it was consensual, and the girl claimed it wasn't consensual. I have enough evidence but you wanted to be down with Buster so much that you was willing to overlook that. When Kevlo came on the scene and Kevlo was dragging my name, you was letting him up, and at first, me and you was still cool at the time. So you would still let me come up and talk and all that and that. And then one day you flipped. Because you seen that you could not have an alliance with Earz and still have an alliance with Bust Life at the time. And that's when you decide to start speaking on my deceased brother. And that's when all shit hit the fan. Now you got a nerve to talk about anybody meat riding when you are clearly, I'm talking about clearly, nigga, reverse cowgirl Kwame, because you want the super chats that comes along with the Kwame Brown Association, bro. That is clear as day. Clear as day. Now you're talking about I'm meeting riding a nigga that's asking men to chit chat, but you over there kicking it with niggas that's inviting men to their penis. We've heard Biz invite Tarek to his penis. We heard that. So those the type niggas you rock with? We clearly heard Kwame invite a man to his penis. But you still over there supporting that? You still over there meat riding Kwame? And like I say, you was all in on talking about that man's family when it was beneficial to you because you was kicking it with Skinny. But when Skinny kicked you out the whip, then you needed to find a new meat to jump on, sir. And that's what you did. That's what you did. Now you want to be one of the biggest Bust Life supporters. So you have it in your description right now. The boy live right now, y'all. Talking about Earz meat riding somebody where the same person he was cool with until they kicked him out the whip and he needed a new home and needed a new meat to get on. And now he's in big defense of them. Y'all see how this shit work? You give a nigga life. The same life you give a nigga, they come back and try to take your shit. He just admitted, Earz, you the first one that accepted me. Yeah, I was. Because nobody wasn't fucking with you. Nobody wasn't fucking with you. And I painted a new light on you. Niggas will never say thank you, Earz. You was a real one, Earz. When nobody was fucking with me, Earz, you was a real one. Niggas don't say that, y'all. That'd be crazy, ain't it? Why nobody don't never get Earz his props when I be saving these niggas' YouTube careers? Just like Mob. And Mob still did shit. He tried to go live tonight and had, after he did 2 hours, that nigga had less than 200 views. I'm like, damn, I get more views than that talking about goddamn just random shit. This nigga can play video, sit down and play video games with Kwame and still only get 200 views. Like, him associating himself with Kwame really killed this guy. He thought that shit was dead before that. Hell. How you get with Kwame, be an ally of Kwame, and can't goddamn even get Bust Life to support you? Ever since that nigga tried to goddamn send Queen Regina a token of trust, and then Damn D started roasting that nigga, Damn D killed that nigga shit. And guess who they attacked? Instead of him going at Damn D, the person that goddamn did that to him, he turned around and went at me, saying, "Oh nigga, why you worrying about me? Why you worrying about what my dick at and all that?" He blamed it on me instead of checking Damn D. Because why? It was more beneficial to go at Earz than go at Damn D. Because he didn't want to get exiled from Bus Life. That's the facts. And now he over there talking shit. But like I said, I'm not going to be sitting here and, going back and forth with all the help. Yeah, I ain't going to be going back and forth with all the help, man. If I'm going to talk shit about somebody, it might as well be the biggest person in the damn sector. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no use of me going back and forth with no Biz. Ain't no use of me going back and forth with no Punk Whisper. Ain't no use of me going back and forth with goddamn anybody else besides the head of the snake. Because as long as Kwame is talking shit about me, these meat riding ass niggas that just need a cookie, they're gonna goddamn do all his goddamn windmilling and fighting. Because he gonna throw all of them in front of him. All of them want the job of being able to get the donations from, Beautiful One, get the donations from all of the people who support Kwame. They don't want to lose them numbers. Everybody seen what happened to me when Kwame turned on me. And none of these niggas do not want to have to deal with that. Because that's what Armondo was dealing with before Earz brought him to the table. Nobody can't withstand what Earz withstand with the large attack. And all these niggas know that. I don't even think most of these niggas even have a problem with me. They just know it's beneficial to have a problem with me. It's beneficial to carry whatever narrative that Kwame put out there to get them niggas, some highlights. That's all it is. Most of these niggas are weak when they by themselves. Armondo was weak as fuck without Skinny. You put him by himself and he ain't have Skinny, Bus Life, or the Wabbits in this sector, he was weak as a motherfucker. Now that he's with Bus Life, he's in good. All he got to do is come over there and chill with the grape over. A nigga had been on a sex offender list for 18 years. He didn't even want to point out the real truth. He didn't even want to share the information. People like, man, can I see that paperwork? Nah. Only people I'm going to get the information to is Kevlo and Kwame, if Kwame want it, and Damn D. Because Earz had done got him into Bus Life, and shit he was gonna do to try to not be able to please Kwame. He know not to make that mistake again. He fucked up from the beginning because he thought that Skinny was the biggest nigga over here. Because at the time, Skinny was going crazy. Skinny was 800 people in the chat. Skinny had that link that would give it arena, so it wasn't nothing Skinny could have did wrong. Skinny had to literally kick that nigga out the boat. And then he needed a new daddy. Call me a liar right now, Armondo. You needed a new daddy. And now that Kwame your daddy, you can't even say, you know what, I ain't really had no problem with Earz. He did help me out. But if you do that, guess what? You're going to be right back. You're going to be right back to your same weak ass self. You have no identity, sir. Have no identity. And you see the difference between a nigga like me and a nigga like him. When everybody was attacking him, I didn't pile on. And I could have easily piled on. Especially when I'm up. I'm sitting here with all these people over there, and you like, man, we should work together and all that. I could have said, nigga, fuck you. Nigga, I don't fuck with you, Armondo. Yeah, y'all get Armondo. I didn't do that. when you was over there struggling and all that shit like that after Skinny kicked you out the boat, but Kwame wasn't fucking with you either because you hadn't said what you said about him. I came on your platform. Oh man, hey man, shout out to Earz, man. Shout out to Earz, boy. These niggas, boy, you was trying to, boy, this nigga was glazing the fuck out of me. I bet you won't do a reaction to that day that I came on your panel for the first time, Mondo. Let people hear how much of a fucking groupie you was acting like. I bet you won't do that. I challenge you to show the day that I pulled up on your panel and I got down and I forgave you for another nigga. How a nigga gotta apologize to me and feel like they can apologize to me, and he was so happy. So he Young Thug on a collect call. Inmate press 1. Man. So these YouTube jokers are a trip though, man. They are a trip, man. You know. See, this money, you know, people, because these niggas don't have careers, these niggas don't have jobs. These niggas, they live off of YouTube. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you can get yourself to a point where you don't have to go out here in the real world and make money, and you can just turn on your internet every day and be whoever the fuck you want to be. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is glaze the right nigga. You know, I get it, man. It's hard out here, man. A lot of these niggas are 40, 50, 60 years old, and they're past their prime. They can't go out there and just start some new shit. So YouTube has been their source. And I get it. YouTube can really take care of you if you play your cards right. If you play your cards right. He said, I think you had a 5-year plan, 5 years or up. Yeah, I said my 5-year plan is I want to be retired in 5 years. And no, my 5 years is not up. Not as far as working. I said, I'm hoping that I can work in 5 years. And I wasn't saying my 5 years, I wasn't going to be working no more. I said, I didn't want to be working for nobody no more. My 5-year plan was in 5 years, I don't want to be, clocking in and nobody's shit. If I'm doing my own thing, cool. But I didn't want to be clocking in and nobody's shit. That was what I was saying. Y'all be taking shit, and y'all heard me say, well, I got a 5-year plan. 5 years, I don't want to be working for nobody. I want to be retired as far as from HVAC. I mean, as far as from this shit background like a motherfucker. That just sound like goddamn. They got a whole chopper. Yeah. So back then, you didn't know that you had to be like super specific to people. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my 5-year plan was shit. At the time, I was it was right before I did those 100 houses. So I was like, well, yeah, I plan on working for about 5 years, and I don't want to be working for nobody in the next after 5 years. And shit, yeah, you're right. It's close to the 5 years, and I ain't working for nobody. So yeah, I kind of met my goal. I work for myself. Yeah, I work for myself now. So I succeeded. Y'all looked at it as I'm saying in 5 years, I want to be a full-time YouTuber. I don't plan on being a full-time YouTuber no time. Because I got shit in real life that that I make money off of, and I wouldn't give up even for YouTube. I might merge the two. I might do HVAC work and do YouTube. But see, YouTube is too iffy. You can lose your channel at any damn time. You can lose monetization at any time. Now, I don't want to be dependent on YouTube, knowing you can knowing that any given time, motherfucking can strike your page. YouTube can decide that they want to, demonetize you or some shit like that. They change the rules and shit, and now you out here scrambling. Hell nah. So, That's how that is. What you say is, I caught the end of it. Did you record the live today on Kevlo panel with Kwame? You was on the head. Nah, you talking about when me and Kevlo was on the panel and Kwame came up with all that crying? I didn't record it. I didn't know I had to because I'm like, okay, I can get it from Kevlo. I wish I could predict the future. Like, even if I could predict the future an hour ahead, I would have recorded that shit, man. Yeah, that was a classic. And even when Kevlo get it back, man, I think Kevlo gonna be so paranoid of that shit, he gonna erase that bitch immediately. But yeah, nah, I didn't get it, man. I didn't get it. And I didn't even record Kev on Biz channel. He said I should have got that kilo. What kilo? Man, I never go back to selling dope. They Slim the plug. You two should link up. You pretty clever is you made Kevlo crash out. I didn't make Kevlo crash out. What you mean? I ain't had nothing to do with what Kevlo did earlier today. I was begging him not to do that because that fucked up everybody. See, it fucked up Kevlo channel. Don't get me wrong, but that fucked up all of us over here. Like that's been fighting against the evil. You know what I'm saying? That gave Biz a big W, a capital W. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hell nah. I definitely ain't want that. That gave them two goofy ass niggas a W, bro. Now them niggas got confidence. They finally did something right. They brought Kevlo to his knees, bro. Pause. That wasn't no good look for nobody. Even though it's not affecting me, it's not affecting, like it don't hurt like that. But I didn't want to see them niggas get no W. Shit, me and Kevlo was rocking good. Shit. Y'all acting like I'm trying to goddamn sabotage Kevlo or something. I don't want to sabotage Kevlo. Shit, we was rocking good. Shit. Kevlo could be a good ally if he listened. And I ain't saying he got to listen to everything a nigga say, do what a nigga say or nothing like that. But in a crucial time like that, I think he should have put a little bit more trust into at least letting me help him. You know what I'm saying? And I think he kind of gave up on my help. I think he even felt like I think they was convincing him a little bit that, Earz did this to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, nigga, how can I do something in hell? We kicking it. Hell, we both was getting told that they was streaming a live stream. Hell, I was trying to help him. I was trying to flag him, do the flag myself. Because we thought they was screaming the live stream. That's just the total honest truth. I ain't got a lot of y'all about some shit. If I do some shit, one thing y'all know, when I do shit, I don't mind admitting when I do. I'm like, nigga, fuck that shit. Because see, I'm a nigga that's been attacked from every side, nigga. Yeah, I got allies, but I know deep down, most people don't fuck with me. Most of these, when it comes to, I'm talking about content creators. Because it's a competitive, it's competitive out here. So a lot of people don't want to see Earz out here being the man no more because it doesn't benefit them if they rocking with somebody that's my op, especially somebody that's popping. Like for example, when Skinny was popping like that, if you wasn't part of Bus Life, you knew the person that you need to go at is Earz. Because you'll get the most views and all that shit for going up. And outside of Kwame, you're going to get the most views off the Earz. Now that Kwame is, you know what I'm saying? This is why Kwame would never try to be cool with me. He's always going to need me to be his op. And even if he ain't directly going at me, he want his minions to be able to go at me. So, I'm just, people, it just, because I don't know why. I mean, I got my suspicions why. But if I say that, then, it's gonna be on video. So I ain't got no personal issue with Kevlo. Like I respect that, you know, he was able to withstand not, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth with me for the benefit of his cousin. Because like I say, me and Kevlo, we got a mixed history. Because before the fallout that me and him had with like the fight, the first fight where I told y'all about with him and his brother or whatever, me and Kevlo was really cool. I used to look at him like a little brother. I used to front him weed. I wanted to see him make money and all that. And he used to piss me off a lot because he would fuck up some shit. But I always looked at him like, man, he all right, kid. And Kevlo, he can be resourceful. You know what I'm saying? He could be a likable guy. He'll introduce you with a lot of people. He run across a good bit of licks and stuff. So, you know, he wasn't bad people. And then when we fell out, I just seen that, you know, he will crash, but if you beefing with him, oh yeah, he gonna crash. But then when we finally, you know, squashed that shit, he was good people. He can have, you know, he liked the joke and all that stuff like that. He could be good people. And then even when we buried the hatchet with all the shit we had to say back and forth, I didn't want to do none of that stuff. I didn't want to talk about that man mama. I didn't want to talk about that man daughter. I didn't want to talk about that man brother. Me and his brother always been good friends. Not super, but his older brother, because we always played the same position in football. You know, me and him was cooler than probably anybody in their family. So I didn't want to have to talk about any of his people or whatever like that. I don't have a problem. It's still a lot of people in Kwame family I'm still cool with to this day. I mean, I don't know what Kwame done told them, so, and I don't be in bronze like that to know if niggas done changed on me. I ain't even gonna take the chance of it, but for the most part, I'm still cool with a lot of Kwame family, a lot of Kevlo family. Well, they both the same, but I'm just saying, kind of not, but you know, still. So a lot of shit that we done went through on YouTube, that's why y'all be like, here's why you be holding back, here's why you be holding back, because there's still some people in the family I ain't got no problem with. Not out of fear or nothing like that. It's just that I feel like they're genuine people, and I don't be wanting to drag innocent people in. That's Kwame. Kwame don't give a fuck about throwing nobody in front of him. I'm talking about nobody. Appreciate you, T-Bezo. And sometimes it frustrates me to see Kev letting Kwame play him, you know, because I know genuinely Kevlo, he wanna piece it with his family. But I think it's too far gone. Because even if Kevlo, because what they want Kevlo to do is disown me. Like, hey, stop fucking with that nigga Earz. That's the only how Kevlo would ever at least get a fake cousin back. But it's too far gone. Even if Kevlo came out tomorrow and said, man, fuck Earz. I ain't gonna be fucking with Earz no more. I don't kick it with Earz no more. Fuck him, this and that. They'll pretend like they back cool. They will. But see, they ain't forgiving like that. It's still gonna be in the back of their head that Kevlo embarrassed them. Because that's truly what it is. Kevlo, he put out family business that nobody would have ever found out about, and everybody could still use to this day. And Kwame has this huge ego. Tark has these huge egos where, you know, they'll never, ever forgive Kevlo for that shit. They'll never, ever, ever, ever forgive Kevlo for that shit. But I can't speak for Kevlo, but I think sometimes he feel like there is a way that they can reconcile shit. And he loved it how it was when everybody was just against me and all of them were a good team. They had Damn D, they had Armondo, they had Biz and 86, and they had all of these people as a group, and all they had to do is get rid of Earz. They wanted me to get the fuck out of here. That was it. Everybody would be happy and lucky go jolly if Earz get the fuck out the way. And Kevlo realized that his cousin ain't gonna never do that. But see, Earz, I am forgiving. Now I ain't gonna forget everything, but I'm not gonna hold somebody to old shit. Like I can bury the hatchet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna try to sneak do some shit, bro. If I fuck with you, if I feel like you genuinely apologize, and you know what I'm saying, you're not trying to hurt me no more, you're not trying to sabotage me, I can genuinely move on. Cause that's what I learned to do in real life. You know how many people I lost to death in real life? When you lose a lot of people to death in real life, you realize that life is short. You don't hold grudges and all that shit, even when people do you wrong. And like I told y'all, I forgave my father. Nigga, you think I can't forgive niggas on YouTube? Now, I try not to let niggas get too close to cut me again, but I can make good content with people. I can have good, genuine conversations with people. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit. I can support people and all that shit like that and forget about that old shit because I'm not going to let that shit, you know, drag me down. Let me read the chat a little bit. He said, after yesterday, Kello can't say nothing about them over there no more. It's going to be real hard for him to do that. It's going to be real hard for him to really roast them and it be credible. Because a lot of people, when he talk about Biz being this or that, this and that, they going to always point back to that. They going to always point back to how they had him crying and all that shit. Like, they going to always have that ammo. And it's going to be hard for me to even talk shit with him about them. Knowing he done did that. That's why I'm like, damn, Kello, you took our power. I'm not mad at Kello for that. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going to turn on Kello just because of that shit or whatever. But I'm like, damn, Kello, you took our power. Now, it's still going to be beneficial for him. It's not going to stop, you know, some people, you know, that support him and, he's still gonna get his YouTube check. He's still gonna get his cash out. He's still gonna do what he do. Okay, I don't have no problem with it. It just fucked up. It fucked up the weapon. It's like us losing. It's almost like we just lost one of our biggest weapons. And that was able to point out how much of a fuck up those two niggas is. And it boosts their likability because they made somebody that Kwame don't like. Because the Bus Life was ready to kick them two niggas out. Them niggas was starting to goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Even though they would come and watch them niggas or whatever. But they was about sick of Biz. See, how can you remember what Biz was saying about Beautiful One and how Biz been acting like a bitch? How can Tark be able to goddamn still stump on Biz and all that if you done gave them Kevlo? They just brought Kevlo head to Kwame. Pause. So it makes it hard to fight that war when you gave them niggas a surrender. That's all I'm saying. It just make it hard. That's it. But Kello did come back with a good fight at the end. But minus him having to do all that apologizing. He went and did all that striking and shit, and it really started a war that I don't think nobody over here wanted. Like when it comes to like a striking war, nobody wants a striking war. We all kind of use each other content to talk shit about each other and all that shit like that. So nobody wants to, be over here scared shitless about losing their channels because now you done started a striking war. And I mean, it's going to be more effective on him, but you see how Kwame is trying to beat on the drum. Oh, and then, they're going to repeat whatever Kwame say. Oh, it was Earz the one did it. Earz the one did it. So they're putting it on me so they can subliminally start telling everybody, all right, yeah, y'all, man, since they struck us, nigga, yeah, let's get Earz and Kevlo. Let's get Earz and Kevlo. No, if you recording somebody live, Yeah, they got a right to strike your ass. I done tried a couple of niggas, and if they struck me, I'm like, damn, that was my dumb ass fault. That's what I say. I ain't gonna blame nobody or nothing like that. I'm like, damn, they got me. And I'm pretty sure that's kind of what Kev Lowe doing. I'm like, damn, yeah, they got me. But it's how you handle it after that is the point. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to go and beg a nigga. Well, I mean, if I do beg a nigga, it's because it's a one-way street. Bruh had all the leverage. I ain't gonna say all the leverage, but he had just as much of leverage as them. And it bothered me because I'm like, damn, why this nigga ain't want to come and listen to me? It's like he didn't trust me at the time. But I get it, you know, maybe he didn't. Maybe he was in his back of his head like, damn, man, the ear set me up. Because sometimes when you fuck up, you're looking for somebody else to blame until you sit down and like, no, it was just my fault. So that might have been the situation. So I'm not going to, you know, punish somebody for having a natural human reaction. He might have did feel like for a second, damn, ear set me up. But I didn't set him up. Hell, I was just as, you know, I was trying to be a good ally. Like the niggas, okay, let me help you flag the niggas if the niggas recording your live stream. And it didn't go good. That Kwame played the fuck out of Kev. Kwame called him a bitch and sided with a pedal over his own blood. Yeah, that's wild. Told him he don't care if they take food out of his kid's mouth. Kello still looking for validation from them. And I don't really think he's looking for validation. Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'd be lying if I said that. But I think he see the bigger picture, like, because he see a lot of bus lifers was starting to come over there and kick it with him and all that shit like that. So he wanted to make sure he just not, because he seen what it's like when he had full-fledged war with his cousin. A lot of people will stop rocking with him. But if he has a moderate dislike for him, but don't go hard on his own family, some of the people that rock with Kwame will still come and rock with Kev Lowe. So I think he just tries to, you know, keep shit, you know, cordial so he can still have an audience, you know, that want to come and watch him and they'll come watch his cousin. You know, they don't feel like they got to distinguish, and they'll still donate to him even if they're one of Kwame's supporters. And trust me, the biggest weapon you can have over here is to have one of Kwame's biggest supporters support you. So being that, you know, one of Kwame's biggest supporters is supporting Kev Lowe, and he knows that it's mostly because they think that, you know, we are family type shit. He has to walk a tight line. But it wouldn't be beneficial for him to be at a full-fledged war with Earz, because, like I told y'all, Earz ain't playing no more. Nigga play with me, boy, I'm dropping nukes. And that's for anybody. All that Mr. Nice is, that shit out the window. And it's not a bad idea to be allies with Earz. It just matters if you willing to go to war or not. You know what I'm saying? So being that Tarek would never forgive goddamn Kello. I don't give a fuck. What even if Tarek get a hold of that nigga and beat the shit out of him, he still ain't gonna fuck with him. That's just the type nigga Tarek is. Once he don't fuck with you, it's over. It ain't no, you know, we can kill it, none of that, this and that. It's over. And I think it's about the same with Kwame. He'll pretend like, you know, you're good if it's just, you know, for the surface of things. But deep down, nah, they ain't fucking with you not the same way they was fucking with you. Which is fine. I just think he's just trying to, you know, he it's his family. Like, he can't get away from family. I don't think none of us will be able to understand, like, that situation he ain't gonna be able to, he can't full-fledged beef with family. And I wouldn't even recommend that. Like, if I was him, I would try to piece it up with my family too. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't try to kick it with him as much as he be trying to kick it with him, but I would just piece it up and just move forward. Just be on cordial times. But see, Kwame, he the type that he'll just keep shit going. He'll keep poking, and then as soon as you punch him back in his face, he'll cry victim. That's why I'm never gonna encounter this nigga in my life, because he'll be the type nigga that'll try to come up and try to provoke me, and then the minute you need to make a move, he want to be the type nigga that try to kill you and then try to act like you tried to do something to him. So you would have to draw first, which would probably put you in prison. So it's a lose-lose situation with that nigga. That nigga is a demon. So it's best to just stay the fuck away from a nigga like that. I forgive TJ and Kwame. I've been forgave them niggas. That don't mean I forget who the fuck them niggas is. See, people think that I got like some kind of personal grudge. I don't have a personal grudge with them niggas. Them niggas got a personal grudge with me. I'm not like them niggas literally have a personal grudge with me. So yes, I have a problem with that, nigga, because I know that I know that them niggas' bottom line is to try to take out what I built without them. To go around and try to put the type of jackets that them niggas put on me, and they don't want me to speak on them, but they want to leave the jacket on me. Nah, I always fight that shit. But as far as like forgive them or the fact that I need to be trying to kick it with these niggas, I need these niggas approval or something like that. Nah, I ain't never need Kwame approval in real life. I ain't never need Tarek approval in real life, so I don't need it on YouTube. I'd rather build my own shit from ground up and to do like all these pussy ass niggas and try to need another man to carry them. If I gotta be cool with them just to get people to support me, fuck it. You just don't support me. Now I could be cordial. But I would have to know that them niggas are being cordial. You can't. If I feel like niggas gonna have millions attack me while they're trying to act like we ain't got no problem, nah, I ain't accepting that. Now, if the niggas stop doing all the extra shit, yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying? Just do content. But see, Kwame the type that he's a content creator and he's a celebrity. So, and we all in the same sector. So let's say we kill our bullshit, right? We say, all right, my nigga, I ain't got no smoke with you no more. But say he go do some stupid shit. He say some stupid shit or whatever. I'm a content creator. So if I see somebody do something or say something and I cover it, he the type that'll get mad because you covered something that's not favorable to him. So like, say I'm not just going at him for random reasons, right? But I'll give a real life example. Him and Anton fall out. They have a big thing going on. And I want to cover it. Now I got to be this and that and this and that, this and that. Okay, yeah, that's just going to spark the shit right back up because I'm going to shoot right back. But if I'm not doing nothing where I'm viral or something, why the fuck would you even be covering Earz? You get what I'm saying? Now, if I do something and I go viral, if I fall out with somebody that's worth covering, cool. But pretty much that nigga, he builds his platform off of just trying to look better than a nigga from his neighborhood. Like, it's dumb as fuck. And you would think people like, nigga, if a nigga that's famous and the only person they want to disparage is people from their community, I would think that would be a light bulb going off in real black people's head, because there's a lot of black people that want to be like, oh, we should work together. We should be uplifting each other. And that's the message that he like to give over there. But the only people you disparage the most is the people from your community? Nah. I wouldn't honestly be able to say that that's a real person. That's why he should even talk about them and move. He took the biggest L on YouTube. Man, I've seen some big L's on YouTube, so I can't say he took the biggest L on YouTube. Maybe in this sector, but I don't know, man. It's been some big L's in this sector, man. Like I say, the memory over here is very short. So a lot of people have done forgot about that shit. I mean, a lot of people probably would have said Mondo took a big L when I pulled up on him. He was talking all that shit. A lot of people could have said Tark took a big L when goddamn he lost his girlfriend on YouTube, or goddamn when I pulled up and challenged that little fuck shit he was saying. A lot of people could say Kwame took the biggest L because goddamn he went from 60,000 people in the chat and now he's holding on to 500-600 people that want to come hear him talk about his family and his cousins. I mean, his family and his community. You know, some people were saying that T.Y. took the biggest L when Kwame pulled up on him, and then Kwame spent the narrative that all the man wanted to do is get something to eat. Like, there's been some people could say Lonnie took the biggest L because, you know, how Fax was talking to her and all that, and then he turned out to be who he is. Some people could say Fax took the biggest L because we found out, you know what I'm saying, what he had going on. Some people could say Biz took the biggest L because his paperwork came out and said that he's a sex offender. Some people could say Garrett took the biggest L because we caught this nigga playing with himself on YouTube and whispering in the punk ear. So it just depends on who you like, because when people like you, they'll look over your most embarrassing moment. They'll act like it didn't even happen. And then they'll garner up a whole bunch of momentum or whatever, and then a new story will come out and people will forget all about that shit. So he lost the battle but not the war. Exactly. You can lose a battle and still not lose the war. I lost a lot of battles on here. But sometimes a war ain't about all the people you eliminate. It's about making a motherfucker keep having to fight you, keep having to stay in the war. Like this American war, Iran, 90% of that shit blowed up, fucked up. They done lost all the major, you know what I'm saying, commanders and leaders and all that shit, but they're still fighting, and technically that means they're winning because the enemy that they're fighting is way bigger than them. They should have had them crushed in 1 day, 1 or 2 days. But the fact that they're making them motherfuckers spend all their resources, all their manpower, having to fight a war like they fighting it with China or Russia or something, that's a win. That's kind of what Earz go through. Nigga, I'm fighting a nigga that went probably more viral than most people in this goddamn on YouTube. This little old Earz going up against an ex-NBA player and all of his minions. And here it is 3 years later. A nigga still spending resources. A nigga still getting embarrassed. Nigga still going through all that shit. Just me surviving alone is a W. Because most niggas could not survive. I done seen Sis put a lot of niggas out of them niggas that was protecting Sis. When he had a battle with me, he used all them niggas to protect them from me. And then soon as goddamn he didn't need them no more, he got rid of all them niggas. It just worked like that sometimes, man. And them niggas couldn't survive. They survived off each other. He was the only one that could survive alone. But the rest of them niggas couldn't survive. How many niggas we done seen come and go through this bitch because they couldn't survive once they got damn crossed the wrong motherfucker? A lot of motherfuckers. That nigga Cortez, he can't survive. When Tark got down told that bitch ass nigga, shut up, nigga, you can't talk on this panel. Since then, that nigga, he ain't even no man no more on that panel. Can't survive. A nigga like Russell Red, he can't survive unless that nigga dropping some red bubbles. Nobody don't want to fuck with him. They just waiting on them red bubbles. Garrett, that nigga can't survive without Bust Life fucking stamp. Everybody will tell their true feelings about that bitch ass nigga if he wasn't the biggest meat rider over there in Bust Life. Well, I don't know. It's a tie between him and Biz. I guess that's why they have to work together. Same thing with Biz. If Kwame went on here and spoke the truth about Biz, man, please, it would be over for that boy. He would be over there. You would see, well, we already seen his true colors. But it would be the takeover would have, I'll say it'd be like 30 people in there. Nobody would not fuck with Biz or Garrett if they didn't have the stamp. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Only thing I don't fuck with Dildo D because he is a snake. But I don't just lie on people just because I don't like them, right? I give a nigga credit. At least he can survive alone. At least he can survive alone. I get the skinny. He can survive. But it's some niggas that can't survive without a stamp. That's just a fact. Any nigga that can survive without the stamp, I give a little respect to. I ain't gotta like him. I give him a little respect. Mob, he can't survive. Even with a stamp. Some niggas can't even survive with a stamp. I don't think Armondo could survive without a stamp. That's why he had to jump from Skinny to Kwame. And he never gonna leave Kwame. That's his last stamp, unless he find another stamp. TJ, he would never be able to survive without his brother's stamp. Who else? Y'all can name some people. Y'all can name some people. There's a lot of people that can't survive without a stamp. I done been attacked by every mother. Suge can survive without a stamp. Nigga, I done been attacked by every motherfucker in this sector. I'm certified at this point. At this point, I'm certified. I came over here monetized. I'm one of the few niggas that's over here, and I didn't have to get monetized off of Kwame Brown name. Me, Suge, Skinny. Now they might have made money off of it, but they didn't have to get monetized off of his name. But you can't name too many niggas in this sector that got themselves monetized without having to kiss ass. Have to kiss ass over here. I'll let y'all do the naming. Let me read the chat. I'm making me some coffee, y'all. I went outside and it done got cold, y'all. Like, it's in the middle of fucking March in Central Florida. I just went outside and I was sitting in my car. Shit, nigga, I'm kind of cold now. Give me some motherfucking coffee. Let me see what the chat talking about. He didn't have beef with his family. They were not their content. He made Kwame his content again because he don't know how to ignore. Well, it's hard to ignore when people constantly throwing dirt on your character. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times I got tired of trying to ignore Kwame because he holds a little power in this sector. And when you're a content creator, once you in a sector, it's kind of hard to break out of it because the people that, support you, they can stop supporting you. And now you got to build from scratch. And once YouTube see that, the people who watch you watch other people, YouTube will keep you in the cycle. You know what I'm saying? So you might be trying to do regular content and knowing niggas, but they don't want the people that are used to watching you or that they show your shit. If they align with somebody else, it'll affect your numbers, it'll affect your success rate, and your shit just will go dead. So sometimes you gotta address these niggas because a lie sitting out there in the air too long, and Kwame fully understands this. You repeat a lie over and over and over, and you let it sit there out there in the air, it becomes true. And everybody is very sensitive about their reputation. I mean, because I know who I am. I know I'm a good dude. I know I would never mess with a child. I know I would never do nothing immoral. I know how hard I work. I know, you know what I'm saying, my morals and principles and shit. So when people lie on my morals and principles, when people try to play with me and all type of shit, yeah, sometimes I feel like defending myself. Sometimes I will ignore it, but sometimes y'all will see I'll ignore, and people will still keep putting jackets on me, and I have to, and if I keep ignoring it, it becomes true. I'll be going over there in other sections and shit, networking with other people, because in YouTube, you got to network. You got to network. That's how you grow. And then you'll have people that'll come over here that been sitting there listening to Kwame day in and day out, even if my name ain't in the title, even if the live ain't even about me. They'll, you know, he'll throw out a whole bunch of lies and all kind of bullshit on my name that people will bring that into other people's shit, trying to fuck up my growth. So sometimes you got to come back and talk your shit, because a lot of people, y'all love to hear niggas talk their shit. That's what make a lot of people, you know, entertaining. And then they might grow on you. He said, you are 100% right, Kwame. It's a definition of that. Kwame is miserable. Everybody to see it. The best thing you can do to Kwame is ignore him. He can't compare to his actual peers that way. Yeah, he can't compare to none of his peers. We done seen that over and over. He can't compare to Anton. See, and you're right about the best thing you could do with Kwame is ignore him, but that's if you already got your weight up. If you're not stuck in his algorithm, like Anton. Anton, ignore him. He can't. All he could do is keep trying to make videos about him, but he keep ignoring him, and he just make himself a little stupid by doing that. But that don't work when it comes to the smaller YouTubers that's kind of stuck in his algorithm. It don't work as well. I ain't gonna say it don't work, but it don't work as well. Because Gravity Takeout was able to slide out of here, but that's because Gravity Takeout had already, he came in early, where when he got his shout out, he was able to generate 20,000 views. 20,000 subscribers. So when he decided to, you know, to kind of ignore him, pull out of this sector, reset his algorithm, he at least had a reach of 20,000. So he was able to redirect, and a lot of those 20,000 was some of the early Kwame Brown supporters that left. So yeah, they recognized him, and then when he left with Kwame, he ended up going back to a lot of people who listened to Kwame at first, but they realized he was a clown. So Gravity Takeout had got the best deal out of everything. He got the best deal out of it. So there's a lot of truth to what you're saying, but it just kind of, every situation has its own. Bolo and Wilma can't survive without stamps. Hell yeah, Bolo, man. Where the fuck is that big bowling head motherfucker, man? We didn't see Bolo. Somebody, who the fuck that was that exposed Bolo? Well, not exposed him, but somebody in the circle started, some kind of conflict happened with Bolo, and they ran Bolo out of Bus Life. And them niggas, that shows you them niggas don't care nothing about you. As long as you cheerleading for them, they your best friend. But the moment one person fall out with your ass, nigga, the whole gang turn on you. They'll run your ass straight up out of there. Bolo had then started his little shit. That nigga was on camera looking like a motherfucking big ass, had that big ass bowling ball head, selling cigarettes and shit outside. Well, I ain't gonna pick on nobody from another country and shit, because if I was over in another country, my nigga, I'd be doing whatever I had to do to hustle too. So it's like Jamaica. because they don't have the benefits that we have over here in America. So I kind of got his strategy, but you know, and he was trying to make other content, and he might be making other content. We might just don't see his shit because he ain't in this sector no more. But all that trying to, you know, only people I watch is Damn D, Kwame, and Earz. That's what he said when me and Kwame was cool. But then when we fell out, all I do is watch Kwame and Damn D. And then you see what happens to you the minute you disagree with the wrong person. Your ass out of the game altogether. You can't survive. Yeah, sometimes surviving against all odds is a big victory if you can survive. If you can survive. But see, if you all in with a group, you gotta stay all in, because if you all in like that, and the best thing for me is that I wouldn't, and it might have looked like to a lot of people, but I wasn't all in with Bus Life. I was just, an ally. I always had my own. I gotta turn on my heat, my car button told the hell out of it. I wasn't all in. I was just a good ally. Damn, I gotta get some gas. I can't leave my shit running too long. I'm just gonna drive my car. Gonna get my gas in the morning. But yeah, I came over here and I already had alternate content. So you can come over here, and I'm pretty sure it's like this in some other sectors too. You can start excuse me, I'm belching and stuff. You can start kicking it with some people long enough that you get caught up in only what's going on between the circle of the people that you fucking with, and then you forget about everything else going on in the world. So you stop doing content about other stuff because you're so consumed with shit that's in the sector, if that makes sense. And I found myself doing that sometimes, getting so consumed with the biz and the wabbits and all the shit that you can, because every day is some new shit, it seems like, you know what I'm saying? You never know what to expect every day. We might forget about what happened today, because tomorrow some bigger shit might happen. And every day is the same shit, but guess what? You ain't noticing nothing else going on YouTube because you so consumed with this bullshit. And other stuff on YouTube could be viral. Yeah, a viral moment can happen on YouTube, but you want to address what happened yesterday with Kev Lowe there. Like tomorrow, a fucking city of goddamn, I don't want to put no bad luck on that, but a whole city can get blowed up tomorrow. But you over here worrying about what happened with, Kev Lowe and Biz and all them, that instead of covering some worldwide news, you'll be covering some goddamn local sector shit. Some real big shit, some shit that, hell, a lot of people can be reporting on as a YouTuber or a content creator, and you miss out on those opportunities because you locked into a sector on bullshit. The worst thing Kwame does is build means to do his work, then hides his hands. Right, Nick Lee. That Bolo couldn't get the Kwame Brown experience on his own turf. AB came to his playing field and Bolo fumbled the meetup. Really? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because he did just go to Jamaica. If Bolo was still in good with Kwame, he could have got his biz one-on-one on. He could have been at a hotel with Kwame too. Shit. Yeah, he could have came to a hotel with Kwame too. But you notice that a lot of the people that's over there that be supporting Kwame, a lot of them you can tell they got low self-esteem. You see them motherfuckers come on camera, shit, they got low self-esteem. Like that Trina Dolph Davis girl. She got low self-esteem. You seen her come on camera, you like, oh damn, I see why you want to just follow folks. You see a nigga like Biz walking around with all pink and shit with freckles and shit, short and stubby, talk like a fucking little sissy. Yeah, got low self-esteem. Ain't never, when he gets some coochie, he cry in it. Other than that, he buying coochie. You see an 86 cradle face? Who you think gonna kick it with a nigga like that in real life? This nigga out here still wearing K-Swisses. Fucking with grandma titties. Like, come on, bro. Ain't nobody hanging with these niggas in real life. So a celebrity giving them attention, they can come over there and they can go in the real world like, you ever heard of Corbin Brown? Oh no, you ain't never heard of him. Yeah, he was the first #1 overall pick. Yeah, man, he talked to me on YouTube. Yeah, that's my homeboy. I got his number. Like, that makes that was the highlight of a lot of these niggas' life. A lot of these people from small towns or whatever like that, they don't know nobody successful. They don't know nobody successful. And see, I couldn't understand that with these niggas because I know a lot of successful people in real life. And I look at myself as successful, especially coming from where I came from. No, I ain't got millions and all that shit. I ain't got 10, 20, 30 properties. I ain't got a whole bunch of shit, but I have shit that people admire in real life. There's nowhere that I don't go and people don't see my energy and people don't be like, man, I want to be around you. You a real one. So that's why niggas on YouTube can't define me. What niggas try to do on YouTube, they try to make me have doubt, try to make me feel bad and all that. That only works with weak people. I've been knowing who I am because I know the shit that I endured. These niggas couldn't endure. These niggas couldn't walk a day in my shoes. If these niggas had to go through what I had to go through, they would have been goddamn pulled the trigger. They'd have been found the first bridge. Cause you see how these niggas talk. Most of these niggas are mama's boys, and that's no disrespect. They wouldn't be able to endure what I've done. They would be mentally weak. Y'all see me handle these niggas, I'm like, damn, this nigga Earz got the patience of a monk. You know what I'm saying? That shit took a long time. Yeah, that nigga wearing dirty K-Swiss, man. Off-whites. Yeah, that shit took a long time. That shit took a lot of patience. That shit took a lot of studying. Y'all see the difference between me and these weak, emotional ass niggas? These niggas come up here and think that yelling and screaming and trying to hit on their chest, that's what make them a man and all that. They can't even have successful relationships with women. I ain't talking about women that you're having sex with. It's easy to, manipulate a woman that you having sex with. But what about a woman that you just got to sit down and have an agreement with? People that you just got to have, cordial, mutual agreements with. It ain't all about how much money a person got. Because I know plenty of people with plenty of money, and I'm not impressed by that shit. I got plenty of day one homeboys that are millionaires. I don't ask them for a dime. When we meet up, I forget that them niggas millionaires because we got them. We just, it's like that. Shit, it's just like that. My day ones, niggas millionaires, bro. Like, I forget about that shit. I don't look at niggas like that. Like, shit, okay, you just another person to me. I mean, it is what it is. I admire what you've done. Cool. I got to go get my own. I feel like if you did it, I can do it. I mean, unless, you made your million from playing sport. Hell, I can't do that. But if you made your million from something else, hell, there's a potential. You know what I'm saying? Damn, it's 3 o'clock. Okay. Well, I did wake up at 12 o'clock, so Yeah, when I got off, because Kevlo, did y'all see Kevlo live on his backup channel? Because he called me on that backup channel to tell me that I can't remember what he was saying. I had just got into my sleep. I was trying to get his ass fuck off the phone. Nigga. I'm like, nigga, I'm asleep. Man, what you talking about? Hey, y'all ever have somebody call you and be like, yeah, all right, yeah. You trying to act like you into the conversation so they don't know you sleep like a motherfucker. But I know he was saying something about, I thought he said Damn D was live and Damn D had me in his live or something like that. But I went looking for the live and I couldn't find it. Anybody seen the live that Damn D did about, he said Damn D was doing a live and he had me and he was playing an old video of me and him or something like that. Did anybody see that? Because I went to go look for it when I woke up and I couldn't find it. And when Biz and Kwame finally fall out, it would be exposed what it took Biz to maintain his position so long. And Kwame's like, I know he's paying top dollar for his protection on the spot. I don't think that ever fall out. You know why? The same reason you ain't gonna see Kwame and Damn D fall out. Because it would give too much gratification to the sector. And Kwame is not gonna let y'all get that gratification. Because he don't want y'all like, nigga, we told you so. He done had that happen enough. He's down to his last. So if he have another situation where he have another I told you so, and he has to, when it comes to Biz 86 and his brother or somebody like there's a couple of people disposable, but there's a couple of people that he ain't gonna fall out with because it'll give y'all too much gratification. Damn D. Yeah, and it'll mess up the money. It'll slick mess up the money. Kwame is a dummy, but at the same time, he's a smart dummy. He's the smartest of the dummies, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? He's stupid as fuck, but he's smarter than the people that are stupid. I think he look at Biz as like, nigga, you been kissing my ass from day one. And he know Biz will do any single thing that he said. I'm talking about, he'll literally cry. He'll agree with any single thing. He'll give him anything. And there's a such thing as called a useful idiot. It's a such thing as a useful idiot. And Kwame chooses his useful idiots wisely. You said why he ain't turn on Garrett imitating him? Well, now Garrett, he could get it, but Garrett has been a new boy for so long that he knows how to play a new boy position. Garrett is a useful idiot because the way Garrett got his position is how y'all got to remember your bus life history. When I first fell out with Kwame, Garrett was the nigga that'd go around, chase me around, and any counter I pop up on and scream and holler like a little bitch. He needs people like that. People that can distort, distract, and maybe go holler and argue like a little bitch so Kwame don't have to go do it. So he needs a hollering, screaming bitch that'll go out there and go bark for him. He need a guard dog. That's why the niggas that he got around his circle, they all guard dogs. They all guard dogs. You don't care if they got 86 craters. He don't care if they got 86 craters. He don't care if they got sex offender charges. He don't care if them niggas is homeless, whatever. See, even if Bishop would have just played his cards right, Bishop would have been one of his guard dogs. Yeah, if Bishop would have just kept the baby oil shit and all the crazy shit he was saying, but just or if Bishop would have did what he was doing and only did it to niggas that wasn't Bust Life. Oh yeah, Bishop would have been in the green right now. Yeah, Bishop would have been in the green. He need niggas like that. But he would never run with them type of niggas in real life. I know Tark in real life. Biz, fuck no. Garrett, fuck no. And Kwame ain't too far from Tark. Kwame is just a few IQ points smarter than Tark. That's the only difference. The niggas come from the same tree. Yeah, that nigga would have definitely been the front line. Yeah. You say he's a useful meat shield. Yeah, that's all it is. So when y'all be like, man, why this nigga fuck with these niggas, this and that, they useful idiots. You can't have a nigga around you too smart that think for themselves. What you think Kwame meant when he said you too? When I asked Kwame why he ain't had that conversation, when he said I'm too headstrong, I'm not a useful idiot. I can be useful, but I'm not an idiot. I'm not just gonna do something blindlessly for anybody. I'm the type of nigga that questions shit. And when you around that nigga like that, he don't want you to question shit. He don't want you to go off of the evidence. He don't want you to go off of logic. You go off of what he say. You don't do what you do what he say. And see, me as a man, nah, I can't do that. I don't go off of what people say. I could never be in the military. Because I can't just do what somebody say and it don't make no fucking sense. I can't do what somebody say and it's not moral. I can't let somebody just say something and I just run with it and I know it ain't right. My brain, I'm not wired like that. That'll stop a lot of success in your life too. One of the things you can do to be successful in life is just shut the fuck up and do what somebody say and don't ask questions. That'll get you a long way. That'll get you a long way in life. Not asking questions, doing what motherfuckers say, and staying in line. That'll get you a long way in life. Now you might not feel good about yourself inside, but it'll get you a lot of bells and whistles. That's a fact. Y'all want me to give you an example? Okay. Look at all the people that work in the Trump administration. And this is not like a slam on Trump. It's just the truth. There's a lot of things I like about Trump, but it's the truth. The truth is, if you praise Trump, you tell him everything you want to, you never tell him no, you always agree with him, nigga, you will get a fat bag. You're gonna get a fat bag. But you can see them do dumb shit or say dumb shit or do some immoral shit for them. And you fuck around and say, no, nah, I ain't with that. Nigga, you can find yourself at the bottom of the goddamn sea. The bottom of the food chain. Getting attacked from every angle. And in a situation that you didn't even know you was getting yourself into. And I think Kwame done went to that same Turning Point Academy that a lot of people have went to. I think, do y'all know that there's a Turning Point Academy? Yeah, I might have to come in on my other phone because I started getting to, I might start talking too much and my phone down. See, they had these, and I'm not saying it's only like one school. I'm just saying there's a series of Turning Point type academy. Remember Kwame, that nigga, I've been in politics since a teenager. when those folks know that you are a useful idiot, they will train you. They will train you to be the useful idiot. They will put you through some shit that, like, as long as you stay in line, we will make sure you good. And they will beat you into submission. Nigga, you fuck around and goddamn show that you trying to buck just a little bit. They'll show you what it is that where you can be and where they could put your ass. Pause. And a lot of niggas break because that pressure is too tremendous. Them motherfuckers are ruthless. Earz Armondo so dumb. This the same guy ran out of gas twice, and he really hang around one-on-one in real life sometimes off with a guy. Yeah, 421 TV. You know what I'm talking about. I want y'all to do, if you're interested, do how long they been running people through Turning Point. How long they been sending people through the Turning Point school. They started that shit way back when Obama got elected. Them crackers got so goddamn mad, they started Turning Point. That's how they end up getting Charlie Kirk. They gonna recruit the best. Yeah. They have so-called media training. That's what he meant when he was like, we get media training. That's what that's part of. And depending on what side catches you, because I think they got it on both sides. They probably got it on the Democratic side, and they got it on the Republican side. And they'll see young men with potential. They'll catch them early. They'll brainwash them. They'll take care of them. Media train them. Some niggas don't make it as far as like in the political world, but they still can use those same, what they call, white boy tactics to manipulate the mass. Because most people have never been outside of their city, never been outside of their culture. They're easy to manipulate. And if you've been trained on how to manipulate people, oh man, it is a very powerful tool. It's a very powerful tool. If you go check it out, see, just check it out on the surface level and see how many. Just do like the history of Turning Point, and they'll give you a surface level, understanding of the programs and the media training that they catch young men when they catch young men early and groom them to be able to run around and push certain narratives to keep society the way it is. It's amazing. Where you think a person like Candace Owens comes from? And she ain't a bad person. I'm just saying, she's just doing what she was trained to do. You can make a lot of money off of it. When Kwame went viral, like he said, you know how many people reached out to him? You think them folks ain't reach out here? Hey, you got a voice. Look here. You want eternal life? Hey, boy, that devil will pull up. Hey, good morning, Cooking with Foxy. You say, me and Kevlo good? Yeah, we good. I ain't got no problem with Kevlo. Now, I wish he would have listened to me earlier so we wouldn't have had to get... I don't like that he gave these niggas a W, but that don't make me, have a problem with him. So hopefully he ain't got no problem with me, because if I don't know if them niggas try to convince him I had something to do with something, which it wouldn't make no sense to say that I had anything to do with anything. But hey, I gotta stay away from being the scapegoat to all this shit. People use me as a scapegoat for everything on YouTube. Yeah, I feel the same way. Fuck Trump and his cabinet, but I just understand what's going on. I don't see that's where that agree and understand come in. That I understand what Trump does. I understand it very well. I don't agree, but it does work. I understand. Yeah, it does work now. What's good, Nat Turner? What's good, Pathmark? They back to the clouds. Yeah, I'm about to go my ass back in the house too. I was just sitting out here in the car and shit, drinking some coffee. My niece is down here from New York, and her and her 2-year-old daughter. So I ain't want to be in there, talking all that. I ain't feel like sitting in my game room and shit like that or whatever. I let them. They fell asleep in my damn room. So I'm about to go ahead and go back into my bonus room and probably just watch some YouTube till I fall. Hopefully, I might fall back to sleep. I don't know. I might end up staying up all night. But this phone here that I'm on about to die. I got about 10% left. So I don't want it to die while I'm talking to y'all. But I don't feel like getting on my other phone. I should see what the hell Armondo bitch ass is over there talking about since he had my name in his title. I don't really care, to be honest. Yeah. Look like Suge's still alive though. I might go over there and see what he talking about. I see he trying to crack over there in the anti sector. Man, that might be what I need to do, man. Like this nigga Kwame getting boring. I mean, really I don't talk about this nigga because I just trying to get numbers and all that. Because I swear I don't even want to even deal with none of this dumb shit. But he be the main nigga over here trying to tarnish my brand. So the reason I have to handle him is because he's the main stain on my brand. So I feel like the only how I can build and expand my brand, I have to handle him. Now I can do other shit simultaneously, but it's like niggas like him that people look at as celebrity, and he's very manipulative. I mean, he's a good manipulator. I'm sorry. So it's like sometimes I have to handle that shit. I have to make sure I always keep the truth on the surface, because if I get far away from it and as I'm trying to grow, every time I'm trying to network within a different sector, he can always come in and sabotage what my growth. So in order to be able to keep a finger on that, pause, I have to make sure that battle is, it's always, not going, but I got to make sure I keep, my foot on his motherfucking neck the same way he trying to keep his foot on my neck. So I can always defend myself. Because at least while I'm growing and that nigga trying to sabotage my shit, I can always show my evidence. Because the longer you let that shit not stay at the light, the more a nigga can get powerful on you and then try to, destroy you later. So, but I damn sure don't be, I don't be still always want to goddamn talk about this bitch ass nigga. I'd rather go talk about anti shit. Them niggas over there in the anti sector eating like a motherfucker. Yeah, them niggas over there eat. So. But it's one thing at a time, man. We got, we gotta get this channel here monetized. And got to get the little situation out the way that I had ran into. It's all my fault. It wasn't due to nothing nobody did over here. I ignored the email and it came back to bite me in my ass. So it is what it is. But we got to get this shit back in line. And I got a different strategy that I'm gonna try. But anyway, I guess it's about time for me to get over here. I guess I've been on here long enough, in about 2-3 hours or whatever. So I'll leave this up so people can watch the replay or whatever if you need something to do. I'll try to come with some. I got some stuff I gotta handle tomorrow, so I don't really know what time I'll come on. I don't know if Kevlo gonna go live tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna participate in it. I'll be in the chat. I'll come in the chat and kick it with him, but man, shit, I gotta let him fight his battle right now, because he got a battle that he gotta fight that ain't really got nothing to do with me, and it don't really do me any justice to try to fight that battle, because that's something that he got to deal with on his own. But so I'll come in and check out what he's saying, but I don't even want no part of that. That shit embarrassing to me, to be honest. And I'm not trying to be embarrassed or whatever about some shit I ain't had nothing to do with. Nah, giving them niggas no W. I ain't giving them bitch ass niggas shit. Said you don't hear Kwame talking that great politics and shit no more. He can't. He gotta see if he gotta wait for something good to happen. Cause he don't want people to realize he know what the fuck he was talking about. But do y'all know who do look like they knew what the fuck they was talking about? But nobody ain't gonna give me credit. But that's how the world worked though, man. This world wasn't built on critical thinkers, y'all. It wasn't built for people. It wasn't built for honest people and truth seekers. All the truth seekers and the honest people and the people in integrity over history, they all got took out. Yeah. It is very dangerous to be a truth seeker, an intelligent person, a conscious person in this world. This is the devil's world, y'all. We all trying to get out of it. We in hell. We trying to get out of here. But that's a discussion for a whole nother day. I get into that, we'll be here for a whole nother 3 hours. So, but y'all, he said, did Kello take their page down? I don't think he took their page down. Because I heard right before I started my live, Biz was live. So I popped in there for a second, and Biz was saying, Biz just got his Biz one-on-one channel monetized. So, but Kevlo did give a strike to the Takeover one-on-one. They got another Takeover page that, they're trying to get monetized. But that Takeover, he did shoot them a strike. So they'll probably most likely be on the Biz one-on-one page, or this is another scenario. If Kevlo just gave them a strike, that might be just their warning strike. So they might still be able to go on it. Or they'll go over on the other one that's not monetized. But they'll still be around there talking their shit, and they got plenty of shit to talk. They got content now. They've been scrapping for just something to stick for the last week. That's why Kwame came over there, and that's why he been trying to stick to the synonyms and all that dumb shit he been trying to stick to. That's why, he was hoping that I was gonna come over there and give him some content tomorrow with an SJ interview. She can come on my channel, but I'm not about to deal with this dumbass nigga. But they, he didn't take their page down though for a short answer. He just gave them a strike, so they'll be out of commission for a week, but they'll be over on Biz channel, and he won't be talking Bitcoin over there. Now it'll be the Grape Over. So Kevlo will probably be going on his backup channel. I don't know what the hell kind of name that is that Kevlo got on that channel. I'm not even about to try to figure it out, but I can't even tell y'all what it is to go sub up to it, and I'm on my phone, so I ain't got the link. But yeah, he on that channel, so I'm pretty sure he'll be live tomorrow. I don't know what he gonna be saying, but Kevlo pretty creative, so he gonna come up with something. But it just it ain't gonna benefit me to come up there and try to goddamn help them justify that crazy shit. Because I have a hard I'm not I have a hard time just trying to carry narratives and line and all that crazy ass shit. I can't sit here and try to act like what happened didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not part of that type of. I'm not built like that where I can try to spin shit. I'm not good at spinning. I'm good at telling the truth, the facts, sticking to the details, and that's my strength. Just presenting the evidence and the facts. So I can't spin that with him. But I'll be over there, in support with him. I hope he can. Can't take back what happened. You know what I'm saying? You went over and gave them niggas all that shit, but at least he can clear up. I hope he really gets his page back though, for real. I hope he get that back, get that cleared, and that'll be a W when he get his channel back. But you can't take back what you went over there and begged them niggas for, and didn't even get it back, and gave them niggas the ammo. But he did get a good little missile shot in by, taking down one of their channels, and they ain't gonna play his videos no more. Now, it is gonna be interesting what them niggas gonna talk about. Because they can't just go over somebody's video here. Them niggas ain't shit. Yeah, that ain't shit without being able to sit here and go over either Kevlo video, but they can go over their own video of Kevlo coming up there and doing all that, and I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna do tomorrow. And I don't think nobody gonna be able to compete with them going over Kevlo coming up there and them antagonizing him. It ain't no content over here tomorrow that's gonna be able to compete with that shit. I'm just saying, I gotta keep it real, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna try to compete with that shit, because if me and Kevlo wasn't cool, nigga, that'd be my content first thing in the morning. I ain't lying. You better be lucky I'm his ally right now. Because, nigga, we would be going over that shit. If I'm a nigga that don't like Kevlo, that would have been my content tomorrow. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be the content of the day tomorrow. So I might not even go live tomorrow. I can't compete with that shit. And then them niggas might have part 2, 3, 4 of that shit. For real, bro. I'm not bullshit. Like, I'm pretty sure Dan B putting together some drops about that shit. Like, I don't even want to see if I was Kevlo, I wouldn't even want to go to Dan D channel, bro, because the drop that nigga gonna make out of that shit, boy. Oh, that might even make Tart start talking shit again. Like, yeah, we can't compete with West Life tomorrow, man. I'm gonna just hang that shit up. I would suggest Kevlo not try to fight that shit tomorrow. I would suggest that nigga just go away for a couple of days, bro, and let them niggas burn out. You know what I'm saying? That would be the best strategy if I had to give advice. Just take, even though your channel back, I'm talking about even if they gave his channel back already, bro, just go away for a couple of days. You know, made good money. Stop being greedy. Don't be greedy, bro. Don't be greedy. Stop being greedy, bro. Just take a couple of days off, refresh, get back to, do some work or whatever, this and that, and come back and, let them niggas crash out. They'll do something stupid. But the more he try to fight it, the worse it's gonna get. Yeah, the more he try to come and justify what, that shit, the worse it's gonna get. So that's just my advice. He ain't listened to my advice earlier, so I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna listen to that advice. And he ain't gonna come and listen to my video from tonight, because he's gonna be ready to go live tomorrow. So, yeah, like I said, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not gonna drag myself into it. I was already up there earlier today. I would like to get that video from him, you know what I'm saying? I can go over that part where Kwame came up crying. But it kind of fucks it up, because now we can't use, like, damn, he came up there crying because the nigga got clapped. But then Kev Lowe got clapped and went over there and cried. So it fucked up being able to go over Kwame crying on that panel. Now we just gotta hide that video until later or something. Or just clip out a part of it. Like, matter of fact, it fucked it all up. It fucked up the whole live that we sat there and did. So, yeah. So it don't do no good. So if Earz go live tomorrow, we might have to go to Iran. So y'all make sure y'all be subbed up to my other channels or whatever. My other I'm pretty sure y'all live, but it's the channel that we been going over. That we been going on. So if you subbed up to all Earz channels, you should be good. But I got an Iran live that's past overdue. So I need to keep up with the updates of that shit. So there's a couple of other stories too, though, regular stories that I want to go through. So we'll do that too. Said, did Kwame get clapped too? I don't even know. But I think I'm gonna take a couple of days break from this sector or whatever, and just watch from. I might pull up on some people's panel or whatever, but it ain't no use of me getting into this shit or whatever. Like I just want to sit back like y'all and see what's gonna happen. All right. So when y'all don't see me, it ain't because nobody did nothing or whatever. I just want to see what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do some regular live streams. Hey, if y'all really rock with me, come over there and check out my regular live stream. We're going to pull away from the drama and just see what happens. That's it. But I appreciate everybody that just kicked it with me for the last 3 hours. Hey, Mojo, you're late. You said, what we doing up? I went to sleep after all the bullshit earlier. So I ended up waking up at 12. And I went live. But you kind of coming in at the ass end. I'm about to get out of here before my phone die. But I'll see y'all tomorrow sometime or whenever the next time I see y'all. And y'all have a good one. Y'all be safe. And like I say, I ain't had nothing to do with no plays. So if y'all hear anything different, it's just, probably a play. So let's just leave it at that. But I'll catch y'all later, man. You say, do I think BB dead? I'm going to talk about that in the Iran shit. So make sure you pull up. That's why I want to go ahead and do my Iran live, because I want to discuss that. But that'll be tomorrow. I'm going to set a time and I'm going to actually come on at that time. So I'm going to see what my schedule look like tomorrow. And I'm probably going to do that live probably midday. So I'll catch y'all then. What's good, Mika? You late? But y'all can watch the replay. You follow the Nancy Guthrie story? I didn't. I don't even know who the fuck Nancy Guthrie is. So yeah, I don't even know who that is. That was the first time I heard her name when I heard about that shit. But I do got a lot of stories that I need to catch up with. Like I say, this bullshit over here, it'll consume all your time where you can't even get into the, the real life story. So this is why a lot of times y'all see me take my hiatus and y'all see me disappear, because I'm into other shit. I'm not just into this shit. So, even if I'm not content creator, I'm still into watching history, watching politics, looking at philosophers. I like to learn about the origins of things, the origins of countries, wars, all that stuff like that. I'm not just into, the arguing and shit all the time about niggas going on in here and stuff. So I don't mind it, y'all. Hey, I'm just like y'all. I like the bullshit, every now and then, but not all the time. Say you're gonna take a break yourself. Well, don't take a break from our regular stream. You take a break from this. If y'all gonna take breaks, y'all still pull up on the regular screens, man. Set your notifications to It's the Street TV, so y'all can come over when we're taking a break from the bullshit. And we'll be back to the bullshit when we gotta let the bus life do they, we gotta let them do their victory lap, man. They've been taking so many L's, man. Eventually, you gotta get a W. So I'm taking a break from it. Salute DC Block, Mika, Brittany,
40, Icy Ice, Carl Belton, Cooking with Foxy, Say Less, Nat Turner, Pathmark, just anybody, 421, anybody that was in here. I don't want to forget nobody, but I'm pretty sure y'all, a lot of y'all in the bush. So y'all have a good night. Ears to the streets. It's out y'all area, man. I'm gone. OTS my life. Salute to you. Y'all check out the replay. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the replay. I'm out of here.